1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Pikachu knees. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Ollie, Ollie, oxen free. Is the oxen free or no? Have we set the oxen free? And is oxen a real word? Oxen. Oxen supposed to be going somewhere. I'm going to check to see if the music is not too loud. Just one moment, please. I'm going to turn it down just the smidget. 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 Okay, how about now? Girl, if you don't get... Is it all right now? Music? That's actually not bad. Not bad at all. So I'll put that over there. I need to fix the lighting now because it's a kind of too bright for me. It's a little too bright for me. Dang, I wish he was still alive, man. Oh. Computer is set. I have my earpiece out of the device. Whoa. I have to put the earpiece back into the device. That's what I have to do. Now, what you gonna do? Look, it's too early for you to be telling me what I am and not gonna do. It's today, 5:03 a.m. in the morning, and it's too early for all of that. You know what? What I was just saying reminded me of having to get up early to catch the bus in high school. Man, I just... catching the bus was a trip because I had to get up extra early. I didn't want to have to do that. It was bad enough. It took me forever in the day to do my homework. So that meant I got to bed late, especially around high school. I got to bed really late because I was up till sometimes 3 in the morning trying to do homework. Then had to go to sleep for a couple hours because I had to get up early to catch the bus. Thankfully, I wasn't the first pickup. Boy, if I was the first pickup, I wouldn't have made it. I'm typing a little message in there. Hey, y'all. Thanks for THANKS for pressing the like. And I'm looking for my heart emoji. Hey y'all, thanks for pressing the like and push done. Hey guys, good morning. I'm sorry I didn't see you. I just started up this menu, so you'll see. She's like, how come she looking at the calendar? Well, how come she looking at the phone but not saying nothing? Because I was in the middle of typing this cute little sticker out to tell y'all hi. So hi, good morning. What's going on, Jay Brown? Top of the morning. You know that there's a song called Top of the Morning? My mom used to play it every well, my mom used to have this radio station on where the song Top of the Morning would play around St. Patrick's Day. And I liked it. It was a radio station, I think FLR or something, Family Life Radio. But the song, all it said was top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, top of the morning. And it had bagpipes playing in the background. I actually liked it. So I was happy when March came because I knew that radio station would always play that song for St. Patrick's Day. Thank you, Jay Brown, for the jewels. High five. Bam. Now that I'm all caught up on here, I'm going to start typing. Oh no, she's going to start typing. Yes, I'm going to start typing. Can she type and talk at the same time? We gonna see. Hey there. Hi. A five. Y'all, you remember High Fives Ghost from regular show? I like him. I'm looking. I typed in 5 and it gave me a clock. That's not what I'm talking. I'm just gonna put this on here. ... Thank you for the dough. There. I did it. Moving forward, let me go back here and see what I gotta get out of here. It's too early for all that. Did I miss anything? Yeah, exactly. Scottish people. Yeah, so I heard it from the radio station. And then Robin, he says it too. Because, man, I hope I don't get sidetracked, but I need to know. Robin from Teen Titans Go, there's an episode when he turns into like this leprechaun or something. And Robin be like, top of the morning to ya. And he had on the whole green St. Patty's Day outfit. He looked cool in it and it was befitting of him. You know, Robin have baby hands, so they talk about him. So not only do Robin have baby hands on Teen Titans Go, a word on the curve, he's supposed to be some type of St. Patrick's Day thing. Hey, good morning. How are you doing? Y'all, guys, I'm doing good. I'm happy it's Freestyle Thursday, so I can kind of relax a little bit more. It's like, for me, Thursdays are my Fridays because tomorrow Hercules the Shark comes on. Hey, I am doing great. I am doing great. Cheese. I have my tea. I almost forgot to bring it in here. It was really hot. So what I did was actually, I left the lid off, number one, and it was taking too long for that to cool off. So that's how hot it really got. So I took the lid off of the tea, and then in addition to that, I set it by the window, on the window ledge, and that helped. Hey guys, what's going on? Yeah, so for me, it's 5:08. Thank you guys for the hearts and stuff. I was about to say the thingies. Oh, I don't need these on anymore. I did my sound check. Thingy from the Proud Family. Thingy. 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 Now I want to see that episode. Wasn't she flying down out of a helicopter? They was like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now introducing Thingy. And she was in a costume and she came helicoptering out. And it was like, Thingy, Thingy, hey, Thingy. I'm like, dang, I don't know if I would ever want to be lowered out of a helicopter dressed in a costume. Because how would they, if you have a full-fledged costume on, how would they properly harness you in the costume? How would they harness you in the costume without you accidentally sliding out of the ropes? I need to know that question, y'all. Hold on, I'm getting ready to go look it up. I'm about to look up a question first. My first question has nothing. My first question has nothing to do with celebrity news. What's most important here is, how in the world, how do people, People wearing, how can I say this? Costumes get safely harnessed out of a flying helicopter, or should I say hovering helicopter. Now this I'm ready for. According to AI overview, safely exiting a hovering helicopter while wearing a costume involves strict premeditated procedures to manage both the weight of the suit and the dangerous high winds. Y'all, I didn't even factor in the high winds. Oh man, I forgot to I forgot to factor in high winds. Can you Chosen Fire, thank you for your compliments, but can you please leave room for other people to chat? Thank you so much. So once again, safely exiting a hovering helicopter while wearing a costume involves strict premeditated procedures to manage both the weight of the suit and the dangerous high wind environment created by the rotor blades. Now, we're not even talking about high winds from Mother Nature. They're just talking about high winds from the doggone helicopter blades. Did you guys ever... Man, I didn't think about that. So that's a double wind impact. Now, in the Matrix, when I saw that the helicopters had a force to be reckoned with, is when, Neo got out on top of the roof in the effort to save Morpheus. And like the wind was blowing them back. Was it because Trinity was flying the helicopter and they ended up on the roof somewhere? So I saw the wind blowing their cheeks and stuff back. But I didn't think about it that way, y'all. It just didn't make sense. So that's a double win. Depending on the scenario, such as a stunt, military style insertion, or a public event, people in costumes are generally garnered from a hovering helicopter. Using the following methods. What's going on, Tarsus? High five. Bam. Welcome in. Good morning to all my cool peeps. I know the title said I'm supposed to be talking about celebrity news, but I got sidetracked as usual. No thanks to this guy and me talking about a character. Now, I want to know the safety precautions involved in hovering a person dressed in a full-on costume out of a helicopter. Like, that's got to be dangerous. It's got to be scary. And what makes me think of the reasons why it's got to be scary and dangerous is because the costumes are typically, slippery. It's a costume. How are they going to harness you on anything? So, here it is. Depending on the scenario, such as the stunt. Excuse me. I haven't even drank any of my tea yet, and I'm already belching. Hey there, how you doing? There we go. People in costumes are generally garnered from a hovering helicopter using the following methods. Y'all ready for the following methods? Number 1, low hover exit, the jump. Now we jumping out of the helicopter for costumes that allow movement. The most common method is a low hover exit. Altitude. The pilot brings the helicopter to a stable hover. A stable hover. Example. Be still, you're moving too much. Be still. Dun, dun, dun. Oh no! Cut the camera. Cut the camera. Well, as you can see, something happened on the show, and we'll be right back after these messages. I'm doing well, Tarsus. Thank you so much. Welcome into Freestyle Thursdays with Elay. Hi, I'm Elay. Duh. Lower hover exits the jump. Altitude. The pilot brings the helicopter to a stable hover at a very low altitude, typically 3 to 15 feet above the ground. Question number 1. Are you guys interested in jumping out of a helicopter? Number 2. Procedure. A crew member or safety spotter inside the helicopter confirms the area is clear and signals the costume person. If you're in the costume, guys, how are you going to see them signal anything? How are you going to see that? Action. The person steps out into the skid. The skid. Like we're walking the plank. This isn't making it sound all that fun. First, we're talking about high winds. Number 2, the winds from the helicopter blades. Number 3, they expect you to turn around and see the spotter. How you gonna see the spotter if you were in a full-fledged costume? Number 4, now they're talking about walking on the skid. All I know is skid row and walking the plank, and neither the two sound fun. And then in addition to that, I'm high in the sky in a helicopter. Now, do this sound promising to anybody? Are you still willing to jump out of a flying helicopter in a full-on costume? I'll wait. And don't let me have to get to the part where they say you got to sign a waiver just in case things go left. I'm done. We've got procedure. A crew member or safety spotter inside the helicopter confirms the area is clear and signals the costume person. The person steps out onto the skid, crouching low to keep away from the main rotor blades, and jumps to the ground. AI overview, thank you so much for your information. If we had to do a recruitment right now to get people involved in booking programs to have people leap out of helicopters for a personal vacation experience, Word on Reader right now will be a sure shot deterrent. Hi, boys and girls and family. Welcome to Helicopter Plus. For your summer adventures, why don't you and your family book an experience to jump out of a helicopter? And then you know how they have those medicine commercials where they say, this medication may probably save your life. And then they read a 5-minute long side effects. Well, the side effects for jumping out of a helicopter on a warm, sunny day during summer vacation with your family and friends, it will be like this. For $49.99, you and your family can jump out of the helicopter. Exceptions include high winds, possibility of getting decapitated, not being able to see when it's time to safely jump out of the airplane. Did we mention the other winds coming from the fan blades of the helicopter? But never worry, all is well. What did y'all just say? What did y'all just say? Nothing. It's gonna be fun. Get on in. Let's do this. But first, sign this. Get me off this helicopter. Get me off this helicopter. They'll be like, going up. No! We're going up. Carrying on. Safety. The person must move away immediately from the helicopter to a crouch position to avoid the rotor, wash, and the tail rotor. Now, how many rotors are on the helicopter? Because I keep seeing one rotor after the other. Rotor, rotor, rotor. Rotor. Rhoda, I see your question. No, I'm not going to speak on that, but thank you for asking. Maybe 2 rotors? Yeah, because I'm getting lost in the sauce, and I heard rotor mentioned 3 times. So in my mind, I'm like, that's 3 rotors. That's 3 rotors too many. It's a helicopter, not an airplane. Why do we need so many rotors? Now, I didn't go to helicopter school, quite obvious, so why does a helicopter, being that it's way tinier than an airplane, why do it need 3 rotors? A boat only has 1. So why is a helicopter? Why do it? Don't go down that rabbit hole, Ellie. Don't you dare go down that rabbit hole. It's too early. It's too early. I know it's too early. I think you need to go in there and fix those dang old pancakes. I'm going in there to fix those dang old pancakes. It's too early for this, Ellie. It's too early. It's too early. I agree, but I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I done brought it up. Yeah, he's back. He got safely off of the mothership, unfortunately. I asked the aliens I asked Buckethead to pass a message on for me, so that if he gets stuck on the mothership on Baskethead on Wednesdays, to just leave him on there till next Wednesday. But he made it off somehow. Well, there's a will, there's a way. Yay. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for the helicopters. Hercules saw Jaws eat a helicopter once. Of course he did. You know, Jaws is Hercules, one of his inspirations. Speaking of Hercules, I actually spoke with him on the phone yesterday. Yeah. Please hide his saltines. Those should be given out as prizes. You know, like when your pets do a good job. He not gonna like that I'm saying this. Glad he's not in here. You know how you give your pets a treat? That's how I think I should distribute the saltine crackers. Hey, what's going on, Joseph? High five. Bam. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Continuing on, guys, how much more information do I need to convince me not to jump out of a helicopter in a full-on costume? Well, AI overview, you doing a good job. Moving forward, what y'all? I done lost my place. Mechanism. The person wears a secure harness under the costume. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So they're going to put the harness underneath the costume. All right, the harness underneath the costume. Thank you so much. Clip to a long, thick rope hanging from the helicopter's cargo hook. Insertion, the helicopter flies slowly. Really? How can a helicopter fly slowly? Have you guys ever seen a helicopter fly slowly? Now, when I'm watching Cops, the helicopter be zooming. And when I see helicopters flying in the sky, they be zooming. It seems like they only have 2 settings, fast and faster. Have you ever seen a helicopter outside of watching Miami Vice? But they probably used CGI to make the helicopter look slow for aesthetic purposes. Have you ever seen a helicopter fly slow? I thought the whole reason of getting anything flying was to get there quick, fast, in a hurry. And I didn't get in the airplane so I can slow around to see the sights. I'm in this airplane so I can hurry up and get there faster than a car. Now you mean you want to take your time? Here he comes.
Elay's logic is undeniable. Elay's logic.
You have something on your face.
Elay's logic is undeniable.
You have something on your face.
I do.
Yeah, hang on. Let me help you. Let me help you.
I've been out here with stuff on my face.
I just told you though. I just saw it. And if you was in there fixing those pancakes, this wouldn't have even happened. Moving forward, please go in there and fix those dang on pancakes. Thank you. It's the Star Wars cup. Extraction. The reverse is used, lifting the person in their costume up from the ground to the hovering aircraft. Now that might sound fun. You know, goodbye everybody, thanks for coming in. Lift me up. Boom, out of the mob of people. Safety measures for costumed individuals. Securing the costume, visibility and hearing. Briefing. Don't you think the briefing should come first before all the scary instructions and possibilities of what could happen? I think so. Securing the costume. Any loose parts of the costume, capes, masks, tails, must be secured. Take down or removed. Oh no, removed. How do you remove a portion of a costume? Because the costumes that I see, they all come as one thing. So they would definitely have to be taped down. So it must be secured, taped down, or removed. The intense wind downwash from the helicopter can snag loose items on the aircraft or whip them into a person's face. Visibility and hearing. Y'all, it says visibility and hearing. How come that sound like some type of doctor's office? Hi, and welcome to Visibility and Hearing. How may I help you today? Yeah, I have an appointment for an eye test. Your name, please? Hercules the Shark Granddaddy. Oh, come on in, Hercules the Shark Granddaddy. Visibility and hearing. It'd be like one of those dual offices. One side is for your vision and the other side of the office that's cut in half is for hearing. A double office. Double office. Briefing. A mandatory safety briefing is given to the A mandatory safety briefing is given to the costume person before the the costume person is when I read the costume person, it makes it sound like it's a completely whole new entity. Watch out, y'all. Here comes the costume person. I don't want them sitting next to me at lunch. Here comes the costume person. I'm out of here. A mandatory safety briefing is given to the costume person before the flight to ensure they know how to interact with the helicopter. So is the helicopter alive? Chucky is alive and I can prove it. What? Chucky is alive and I can prove it. What are you talking about? He bit me. Chucky bit me. Okay, security, I think we need to handle the situation down here. Oh, man. I was not intending to be talking about helicopters, y'all. It just happened. My original intention was to talk about female celebrities, but I done got stuck on talking about jumping out of a helicopter. So here we are. I'm into the thick of it. A half hour in, thinking this is going to be one tiny question, and it's not happening like that. So what I'm going to do really quickly to cover my own rear end is put something about a helicopter in the title so I won't get in trouble for clickbait, because I'm still running off at the mouth about helicopters. Helicopters look like fish, the way they're shaped, they're shaped like fish. They fly in the sky. They've got goldfish, with the little, minus the wings or whatever it's called, minus the fins. Live, here's my video. So I'm looking for it. And, where is it? I had to refresh the page. So what I'm doing is going into YouTube Studio so I can update my title from female celebrities. See if I can squeeze in here female celebrity news, jumping, and oh my goodness, don't do that. Okay, I caught my mistake. Get out of there. Okay, female celebrity news and jumping out of a helicopter. My Grammarly has not kicked in. HELECOPTO. Oh my gosh, how do you spell helicopter? I have to look over here on the other screen. HELECOPTOR, something like that. Helicopter is spelled HELI. Oh, I spelled it wrong. HELICOPTER. I thought helicopter had two eyes. Female celebrity news are jumping out of a helicopter in costumes. All right, I did my title update. Helicopter, HELICOPTER. Thank you so much. I thought it was like HELE or HELACOP. You see the dilemma. Moving forward, thank you so much. I updated the title now so I don't get in trouble. I'm glad I thought to catch that, because I'm going back to talk about the helicopters now. Hello, bam. How are you guys doing today? I'm going to minimize this because I want to see. Here it is. So emergency, after the briefing, they talk about the emergency rapid insertion. Now this is creepy because all of this information is a briefing of what could happen while jumping out of a helicopter in a full-on costume. Hello casting, repelling. Hello casting sounds like Hello Kitty, and I like Hello Kitty. For water-based X's, y'all, they're taking it up a notch. Who was jumping out of a helicopter in a full-on costume? In addition to that, jumping down into some water. Who jumps out of a helicopter to be on some water? Only the people who work at SeaWorld. I'm a regular person who is inquiring about jumping out of a helicopter, not jumping out of a helicopter into some water. Hello casting. For water-based X's, the helicopter flies very low over the water, approximately 10 feet. I'm short, so 10 feet is high. That's like a 2-story building for me at a slow speed. How do you jump out of a helicopter at a slow speed? Once you jump out of the helicopter, it's a
long way down.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Where I'm at, I am getting lost in my mind on this live stream, on this public live stream. That's where I'm at, trying to figure out why they got to make yogurt nights so difficult. I asked one simple question. And now AI overview putting in scenarios about, well, if you're jumping over water 10 feet above the ground, for water-based exits, the helicopter flies very low over the water, approximately 10 feet, at a slow speed, allowing the person in a costume to jump into the water. Why are we jumping? I can't. I'm starting to get a headache. It's like I'm doing math. It's just y'all, this don't make sense. If I'm in a full-on costume, why would I want to jump into the water? The costume is heavy enough. I can hardly see out of it. I'm jumping out of a flying helicopter, and then you want me to jump down into some water? It's gonna make it 60 times heavier. We need a whole nother briefing on how to survive the possibilities of not making it out of the water in a full-on costume. Who's jumping out of a helicopter in a completely covering full-body costume into the water? I'm getting dizzy. Y'all know, like on the Lego movie, when Lloyd made those inventions where they were just so stupid it made their brains break. That's what's happening to me. It's like I'm at Lloyd's house from the Lego movie, and I'm reading through his computer of all the inventions that he's got out, and I'm like, double-decker couch. I'm like, how you expect this to get to the top? All moderation positions have been filled. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you guys for the comments and stuff. I'm just lost, guys. It is really giving me SAT vibes. Like when I had to take the SATs, I was in there like, I'm surprised I didn't pass out, because the questions were too hard. They didn't make sense. I'm thinking, what does this have to do with life? I could care less if I pass the SATs because I'm going to a community college. So what are we doing here? Can I not take the SATs? If I don't take the SATs, will I not be able to get my diploma? Apparently the answer was yes, because I was in there suffering in silence. Hey y'all, how are you doing? Thank you guys so much for coming in. All I wanted to know was a simple question. For water-based exits, the helicopter flies very low over the water, approximately 10 feet at a slow speed, allowing the person in costume to jump into the water. I'm lost. Why would you want to jump into the water and you have on a fully ensemble styrofoam costume where your head is covered, your arms and your feet and your legs are covered, your whole body is covered. I'm thinking mascot situation. Have you ever seen a mascot on football come flying out of a helicopter? They can barely do the splits without tearing up something. So what makes you think a mascot is going to be able to successfully jump out of a helicopter on live TV for the world to see? And then you want them to jump into some water?
Talk about setting someone up for failure.
Hey, who you telling? I am drinking tea. Well, that's a test for the Navy. That makes sense because it's one test leading to something that's promising and possibly guaranteed. I'm talking about the SAT. I'm about to graduate from college. I technically don't have to continue my education. All I had to do is get my diploma, and if I'm happy with a factory job before factories started to become unstable, if I'm happy making a living for the rest of my life, working my way up, working at McDonald's, because it's easy to work your way up into a manager spot at McDonald's, and I'm cool with that, and I don't want a lot from life hours expenditures. What are we really talking about SATs for? I don't need it. I'm good. SATs. Sounds like Daredevil. Exactly. You know how the Super Bowl is coming. I think for the entertainment, we should have the mascots do that. Which mascot will successfully jump out of a helicopter and land on target? And after the mascot successfully dives out of the helicopter, lands on this spot, I'm expecting it to do a 3-minute dance presentation. Now that will be entertainment. Y'all, there's still more to read, and I've done talked about this for almost an hour. What more could they possibly say? But that's what I'm saying. The funny thing is you will pass. Well, that's a bona fide guarantee. That's better than the SATs. When I was growing up from high school and carrying on, if I wanted to go directly to a fancy schmancy college, the SATs rely heavily on that. Well, I'm like, that's not going to happen. We've got repelling. If a higher, more precise insertion is needed, the person may rappel down the rope through, though this is difficult in a bulky costume. Who's rappelling down the rope from a helicopter? Now I'm starting to get lost. I thought, you guys, if I'm in a full-on costume jumping out of a helicopter, aren't they supposed to lower me down? You know, like the rope. This is the rope. They're lowering me down the rope, the helicopter. I'm in the costume, right? And I'm swinging around looking crazy in my costume from the helicopter. This is the basis of what I've got. So what are they talking about? The person may rappel down a rope. Which one is it? Or I'm going to get bungee jumped out of there. They need to clear this up. But moving forward, it says here, regardless of the method, all exits require the pilot to maintain a stabilized hover. And the costume individual to follow strict pre-planned safety protocol. So, if I'm in a costume and I'm prepared to jump out of the helicopter, are they going to give me a week's worth of time of a crash course? Or are they just going to tell me all this information over the cell phone? Press 1 for instructions on how to safely jump out of a helicopter in a full-on costume. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to press 1. But that won't help. That will not help. Safely exiting a hovering helicopter while wearing a costume, often referred to as a hover exit, requires specialized maneuvers and strict adherence to safety protocols to manage the risk posed by bulky attire and the aircraft's downward air pressure. Now we talking about more problems. We have the 3 airplane blades to why I don't know why a helicopter need 3 rotors when a boat has 1. And a helicopter is way smaller than an airplane. So what are we really doing here with all of this hardware? And then in addition to that, AI overview just slipped in here talk about some, watch out for the downward air pressure. Downward air pressure? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? You gonna be turning down for real? You gonna be turning down for... No, oh my goodness, help her! That's the kind of turn down you don't want. Yes, it is too early, Jay. That's why I'm probably developing a soft headache. Thank you for just showing support. Hey, LA, it's nice to see you in the chat, girl. How you doing? My clone is here. Just showing support. Thank you for coming in. So that's not the turn down I want. This is horrible. Standard hovered exit procedures, known as STEP. Y'all, this is getting too long. It's too much to remember. They've got, what is it called? Acronyms now. The STEP. Standard hovered exit procedures. What does this have to do with me jumping out of a helicopter in a costume? Y'all, they bringing this some heavy artillery up into here. How do people wearing a costume get safely harnessed out of a hovering helicopter? Military and search and rescue team. Why are we talking about military search and rescue teams? Now y'all making this seem like when I jump out of this thing, I'm not gonna make it. When I'm watching football, it still makes me a tinge bit sad when I see the ambulance always on the ready because they just know somebody is gonna get hurt. That is not reassuring. It's safer if the helicopter is hovering, I think. A hovering helicopter with knives for fan blade close to the people don't sound all that assuring to me. I think I'd rather you have your knives of a fan blade in the sky away from me. Floom, 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 floom. All I'm seeing and hearing is slice, 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 slice 1,000, slice 2,000. Thank you guys for helping me try to figure this out. I'm trying to figure this out. I want to tell y'all something really quickly. If you do want to go back to school and continue your education, and if you get the luxury of getting ready to write anything you want to because it's got to be 500 pages or more, expand your mind. Use this video as a case study, and I'll guarantee you by listening to me, you will have your 500 pages for your college presentation so you can pass the class. I heard the blades make many... Jay, you not making this any better. I heard the blades make many sonic booms. That's why they make that noise. And do you think I want that lightly hovering around me or the audience? It's bad enough if I'm at the Super Bowl. I got to hear all the people hollering and screaming in my ear, go, go, oh, go. And you have the cowbells, and the people with the air horns, and the drunk people, and then I got to deal with, what did you say? Many sonic booms from a helicopter. I don't know if people powing. I don't know if I'm supposed to get down. I don't know if I'm supposed to be excited that my team scored. I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling. And just my luck, they catch me on the camera, the big old screen cam for all the world to see while I'm at the Super Bowl, and the ball of confusion looking like this. That would be my 1 minute to fame. They'll be like, looks like she's having the seizure. And then the paramedics come take me away. And I'm like, no, it's not like that. And they're like, sure, for medical procedures, we need to take you away from the Super Bowl game that I spent thousands of dollars to sit on because y'all think I'm having the seizure. No, we got sonic booms from the helicopters. No thanks to Jay. We got drunk people hollering in the stands. We got people with air horns, fog horns, sound horns, people hollering and screaming, jumping on the bleachers, making all this noise at the Super Bowl game. And in addition to that, I'm trying not to spill my nachos. And y'all say the people out on the field playing the game have a lot to worry about. No, it's us. We, the people watching y'all play, we have more to worry about than the football people. All y'all doing is running back and forth, running from people for dear life, hoping that the man chasing you won't break your leg this time because you're going to be out for the season and Christmas is around the corner. We have more than 10 things to worry about while we're out there in those bleachers trying to show our support. But you don't see the news talking about that. And in addition, a t-shirt cannon. I only lived in the hard part of town for 3 or 4 years out of my life. And then we moved to what was called the alleged suburbs for African American people. So if a t-shirt cannon went to booming into the sky, I'm going to be like, I'm supposed to get down, right? Because that's what TV told me. So I don't know what's going on. And then, like I said, I have to protect my nachos. It's just too much, y'all. It's just too much. Shouts out to all the people who are going to go to the football game, the Super Bowl this year. All of the lists that I provided for you for the subway or for the Super Bowl, y'all have some tough skin. It's just too much. Strong winds. That's the only thing. When I first started this live almost 1 hour ago, when I first started this live stream about 50 minutes ago, my only concern was the high winds from Mother Nature. Soon as I rolled into the first sentence, AI overview was like, high winds from the helicopter blades. I'm like, what? Good morning, Shy. How you doing? Thank you for coming in and thank you so much. Bam. I was only concerned about Mother Nature's winds, but it started off talking about the winds from the helicopter blades. I'm like, y'all, I didn't factor that in. I'm not tall. So what does the helicopter wind have to do with me? The wind is way up there. Wind don't blow down from a helicopter. It blows wherever the blades are at. So if the blades from a helicopter are on top of the helicopter, why am I concerned? Because I'm underneath the helicopters. Blades, right? Which is why I'm not teaching science class. I'll be like those teachers on those comedy shows. I'm the substitute teacher for the science class of biology. Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? I'm your substitute teacher. Everybody pass. I ain't gonna teach y'all none of this stuff because I'm just gonna mess y'all up anyways. Just be quiet, watch stuff on your phone, don't cause me no trouble. I'll let y'all get back to your science class when your teacher comes. Oh man, I saw your comment, Trey. Thank you for that. I actually love those types of teachers. I did too when I had substitute teachers because it was a free day and I just, you're in school and like I'm struggling right here at 5:56 in the morning trying to figure out the downward winds of a helicopter, trying to figure out how to jump out of a helicopter in a costume. What's going on? Chill. Hey, you always coming in at the right time. High five. Bam. So Chile, I'm trying to figure out how to safely jump out of a helicopter in the full costume. And AI Overview is doing its hardest to convince me not to do it. It's going to tell me I have to watch out for the winds of the helicopter blade. And number 2, it's talking about some jumping out of the helicopter in a full costume and landing into some water. Who's landing into some water in the full costume? Comprised with what if they did this for Super Bowl? Back to Super Bowl. Chile, it's just hard out here for you, girl. This was supposed to be a simple live. Hey. And every time I say it's supposed to be a simple live, it turns into exactly, it just won't work. But why is AI Overview providing us ways that it can work? Fix it, Felix, fix it. Now we are on the part where it's not giving me any comfort because it's talking about military search and rescue teams. I'm like, why are we talking about military search and rescue teams after all I asked was how to safely jump out of the helicopter? So by it saying military search and rescue teams, that means that they don't think I might even make it. I might not even make it out of this one. Which led me to wonder how come when I watch football games, why the ambulance is always there? Because they just know one of the players gonna get hurt. That's not assuring. No, it is pure evil. Search and rescue teams use single skid, toe in, and hover exit entry procedures known as STEP to offload personnel with the terrain. So now we turn from costume people to offload personnel. How are we conflating the two? So they think of the costume people as personnel and not people. I told y'all they're looking at us like we're not even to be acknowledged, like I did in that example. When AI Overview said the costume people, how to safely unload the costume people, I was like, they make it sound like it's a bad thing. Oh no, here comes the costume people. I don't want y'all sitting next to me. What does military have to do with helping a costume person jump out of a helicopter. The 3-tap signal for rescue personnel. The flight mechanic often gives 3 taps on the shoulder to signal it's safe to jump. Now, I'll take the 3-tap signal because AI Overview talked about you got to turn around and watch for them to let you know it's safe to jump out of the helicopter. How am I supposed to turn around to see anything if I'm in the costume? I can't half see. You mean to tell me I got to turn around in the costume like Ray Charles? I need to see when I can jump out of this helicopter. Baby, it's jumping out. Baby, I'm jumping out. Oh, baby, I'm jumping out. Jumping out the helicopter. Ah! Breaking news! Ray Charles jumps out of a helicopter in full costume. Well, we know how that went. Unfortunately, he's temporarily in the hospital. You don't say! I cannot see. Why would you instruct me to turn around to watch for a signal to let me know when it's okay to jump out of a helicopter? So having said that, I am here for the military procedure on how to wait for the 3 taps on the shoulder. I can count that high. 1, 2, 3. Jump! I got it. Okay, so let's go AI Overview. Now I see how you safely folding in the military techniques and how to be in a full-on ensemble costume and jump out of a helicopter. I got it now. I did the jump dozens of times and I can teach you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an expert on the platform. If you have any additional helicopter questions, ask your boy Tarsus down in the comments and he will gladly tell you how to safely jump out of a helicopter and leave unscathed. 3-tap signal for race personnel. The flight mechanic often gives 3 taps on the shoulder to signal it is safe to jump out. I will take that for $1. Crouched movement. Once out, individuals must stay in a crouched position to maximize clearance from the spinning rollerblades. You lost me. And now I'm back to being scared. Just when what does that commercial say, y'all? When they're playing the commercials like on TNT, when they're about to play the, what is that movie called? You come to me on my daughter's wedding day to ask me for a request. The Godfather, like in the summertime when TNT or AMC is running their Godfather marathon. They played this scene. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Just when I thought I was out, AI pulls me back in. Just when I thought I was about to start feeling safe on jumping safely out of a helicopter in a full-on costume, it's going to say this. Y'all ready for the danger? Crouch movement. Once out, individuals must stay in a crouch position to maximize clearance from the spinning rollerblades. Spinning rollerblades. When I read that, all I thought of was an open blender. You know the blender that you use to make strawberry shakes? And it's got a blade at the bottom. All I can see now is me jumping out of a helicopter in my costume, and it's just me jumping out of a blender, a whole bunch of blades. This is crazy. Costumes, but I need something to drink. I just cannot roll into the next. I'm getting dizzy. There's a whole nother section to read. What more do you want from me? Ah! Ah! Cue the ugly cry. You want to talk about information overload? Y'all, this is just too much information. This is just too much information. Ah! And I'm typing that too. Dot, dot, dot. Da 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 da, and send. It's Kerry Washington crying face. I used to make my dad so upset because I can unfortunately make my face look really atrocious, making those really monstrous faces, and he would get so infuriated with me. He's like, why you got to make your face look like that and get so pretty? Well, at least I know I'm pretty. Stop doing that. So you know what I did? I continued to make those hideous faces. Oh man, I'm getting ready to break out my cereal. Yeah, y'all. Growing up in life, my parents focused on the wrong things. They didn't focus on if I was okay. They was focused on the wrong stuff. Like, you gonna make us look bad if you do that. You gonna make us look bad if you say that. I'm like, okay.
Cereal, anyone? Cereal?
Y'all, there's some more to read still. But I need a few pieces of cereal before I transition and read something else. This is just sad. It's got costume-specific safety measures. I think they should have led with that first. Wearing a costume introduces... The way this is going, I think we need a pamphlet. Pamphlet. P-H-A-M-P-H-L-E-T. Something like that. The H is silent. I'm like, if the H is silent in pamphlet, why are we even putting it in there? Wearing a costume introduces hazard-like sail area fabric, catching wind, or restricted visibility. It's just rolling in from one danger after the other. Securing loose items. Any loose parts of a costume. The whole costume is a loose item. So what are we really talking about here? Why don't you just put me in the cage and just lower me down like that? How about that? Then I don't have to then I don't have to worry about the fan blades, the downwinds, the upwinds, the side winds, the left, the right winds, none of the winds. I don't have to worry about any of the winds because I'm in the cage. You know, like in the Jaws movie, when they're going down there, dun, 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 oh my goodness, I hope he don't get me. But what's there to get because you're in a iron bars? It's not really gonna get you, except for when and if you stick your arms and legs and feet out of it. But who's really sticking their arms and legs out of a metal cage while getting lowered into the water to see Jaws? But you got to tell these people, because if you don't, you risk getting a lawsuit. And that's an easy money grab. So, did you tell them to keep their arms and legs in before getting lowered into a sea of sharks in the cage?
No.
I'll rest my case. Moving forward, my cool people. It's got here. Securing loose items. Any loose part of a costume such as capes, hoods, oversized props must be firmly secured or removed to prevent them from being sucked into the rotors or blown away. Sucked into the rotors or blown away. So if you have a cape on, you have to take the cape off, or you're basically not gonna make it. Harness system. If the exit is part of a professional stunt or rescue. If I'm not a professional. But if the exit is part of a professional stunt or rescue, performers may use the screener suit, evacuation harness to stabilized body rig to be safely lifted or lowered vertically via a hose. Well, what about us? What about us? I want the special harness too. Okay, I'm just a regular person. So you're not going to waste your fancy smincy $1,000 equipment on me? I have to be a professional or a stunt or rescue person in order to receive the stabilized body rig to assure that no matter what happens, I'm going to be all right. I'm canceling my vacation package to jump out of a helicopter this summer because y'all don't even care. Cue Michael Jackson.
What about us? What about us? Who? What about us? Who should know how?
I know that's right. That's not fair. It's not fair. Cosplay handlers. For elaborate costumes, handlers or wranglers are often used on the ground to assist the person immediately upon exiting. Once again, for regular people like you and I, we get no special privileges. All we get is the guarantee that an ambulance will be waiting for us if we make it to dry land. And I say if because of the high winds accidentally getting sucked back into the fan blades, or a gust of wind blow me away from my target zone in a freak accident, I might not even make it to my target spot. How many times have they said wind? Winds of change, iron steel winds, heavy winds, upwinds, downwinds, left, right, side winds. I might not even make it down back to earth. But you can be reassured, in a certain parameter, there will be an ambulance waiting for me. But as I continue to read, everybody else gets special treatment. Handlers or wranglers are often used on the ground to assist the person immediately upon exiting. So I'm down here landing off of the helicopter, disorientated. And then I land on dry land, solid ground, and I'm all woozy. I'm dizzy, I'm confused, and I'm in the costume. I can hardly see. You mean to tell me there's not going to be anybody there to assist me to getting back to the changing room? I got to walk 40 miles after I landed disoriented off of a helicopter, 40 miles to the changing room by myself. You don't know where I'm landing at. I could be landing in a patch of grass or in the woods. I could get eaten up by a coyote. Nobody's going to help guide me back to the changing room. Nobody's going to guide me safely to the stage. I'm on my own. Because the ambulance isn't going to carry me there. They only have one job. When and if I get hurt, then they report to the call of duty. Outside of that, I'm walking around like this. Help me. I'm sweating. Help me, please. Somebody. Hey. This is not working out for me. This is not it. This is not it. So they will be there to assist the person, and they call them a person. They call us costume people. They don't give us any dignity. Handlers and wranglers will be there to assist the person. But if I'm jumping out of a helicopter in a costume, they call us costume people. I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, chickens, turkeys, rabbits.
You name it.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Thank you.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. I know, right? This whole live stream was not supposed to be this way. Oh man, it is not supposed to be this way. No, man, I tell you, this is a sad shame. They don't care about us regular people jumping out of an airplane in costume. They just gonna leave us there to fend for ourselves. Which brings me back to how we have to fend for ourselves when we are standing or sitting in those uncomfortable bleachers at the Super Bowl game while people hollering and carrying on. We have to fend for ourselves. Not to mention people might be fighting in the background. This is sad. Critical rules for all exits. Once again, the timing of the instructions are late. I've already jumped out of the helicopter and I'm slowly falling out of the helicopter. And they're like, by the way, here's some critical rules for your exiting. I'm like, what? You mother, I'ma get you. Wait till I land, y'all. I'm punching up in the sky, falling out of the helicopter backwards. You wait to tell me how to boom do this now. Boom. Wait till I get out of the hospital. I'm gonna come back and get all y'all. I'm putting cases on you. You, all of y'all. Story of my life, y'all. You'll wait to tell me the important news after the fact when it's entirely too late. A thankless job. I'm so happy to provide y'all with laughs. You got me laughing, nursing this the same way. I was a a HHA for like 5 minutes. HHA is not an insurance plan. I was a home health aide for 5 minutes. I had a couple of clients. I did what I could. One of my clients was starting to ask for too much and was beginning to pay too little. The other one, didn't seem like they necessarily needed to be on Social Security. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do to assure Granddaddy's check is coming through. So I never said anything about that. You know, I'm like, he kind of moving pretty well. I don't see disability nowhere, but hey, get that check, you know. Just give me my payment. I'll clean the house, whatever, and then get on out the way. So, yes, I'm sorry that that's happening to you. If they treated the nurses and all that right, I probably would have went into that field because senior citizens are really cool. Taking care of people is fun. But when they start walking all over you and be like, here's your $2 payment, I'm like, where's the rest of my money? Oh, taxes. And then they start making up all these fees that don't have nothing to do with nothing. I'm putting cases on you. you and the cafeteria lady gonna get something too. Moving forward. We've got crucial rules for all exits. Something they should have told me before I started falling out of the helicopter in my full costume. Now that sounds like a bar. Falling out the chopper in my full costume. This time next year, that probably will be in some rapper song, and they gonna be like, I thought of it myself, but they got it from me, so I'm gonna have to go to court, and I'm gonna get a bag, and then I'm gonna be back on here like, yeah, I told y'all that was gonna happen. Stick with me, and I'll show you the ways. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. It is 6:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your girl. I am in Georgia, the state, not the university. Avoid the rear. Never walk towards the tail of the helicopter. More instructions. What makes you think I'm going to remember all that? I cannot even write it on my hand because I'm in full costume. Never walk toward the tail of a helicopter. The tail rotor is a major hazard. So why don't y'all put some covers over it? Even the blades in the, what do you call it, in wood shop have plastic coverings over a blade. You mean to tell me y'all cannot put some type of plastic awning or buffer around these helicopter blades to prevent this stuff? If they could do that in a wood shop, with a roll-off saw or a band saw or a miter saw, all of the saws, when I go in there, I see plastic covers around the blade. You cannot do that with a helicopter. Y'all cheaping out. Maintain sight lines. How can I maintain sight lines when I'm in a costume and can barely see? Exit towards the 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock positions relative to the nose. So the point, wait a minute, what? Now y'all bringing math and stuff into this. Not only do I have to worry about jumping out of a helicopter in the costume, I can barely see. I have to worry about the fan blades. It's like multiple fan blades with multiple winds that I have to deal with, in addition to Mother Nature's wind. And then y'all want me to talk about envision a clock with the hands on 10 and 2. How can I properly envision a clock with the hands on the 10 and the 2 and I'm spinning out of control out of the helicopter, falling down like this? 10 and 2 is everywhere, so I'm gonna lose. Y'all are really trying to set your girl up for failure. Story of my life. Another day in the life of being black. Be sure to exit towards the 10 and the 2 o'clock positions relative to the nose to the pilot. No, nose so the pilot can see you at all times. How can the pilot see me at all times when the door is behind the pilot? Be sure to jump out of the helicopter in a full costume, but make sure the pilot sees me. How is the pilot going? break down, break down, break down, break down. Mariah Carey, girl, help me. I'm breaking down. This comes a point in time, if I was a manager, having to help answer all these helicopter questions, I'd be like, just don't get on the helicopter. Ain't nobody getting on. Ain't nobody getting on this helicopter. There's too many questions with few little answers. Don't nobody get on this airplane. Everybody, sit down. The field trip, the vacation is canceled.
No! We ain't going nowhere this summer. I hate all y'all. We ain't going nowhere. Y'all asking too many questions. That's what happens when you ask too many questions.
How come I'm in here for an hour and 20 minutes still trying to figure this out? Don't chase items. If a piece of the costume, like a hat or a prop, blows away, never run after it. Automatic reflex says time at the time. When you are playing basketball in your mama Nim's neighborhood on a warm sunny day. Don't care how old you are, how seasoned you are, how many years on planet Earth you live, and you've seen many things. Impulse goes to show when you playing basketball and the ball runs towards the street, you automatically go towards it still. So why you gonna tell me don't chase after the prop when it's naturally apparent that we're gonna chase after the basketball going towards the street, and it's gonna take us at least 6 to 5 seconds to snap out of it and stop it if it's not too late. Thank you for the compliment, guys. This is just not adding up. I don't play basketball well enough to save my life, but when I was dribbling the basketball, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, there have been many times when I chased after the basketball towards the street with oncoming traffic because I just forget. I'm just wrapped up in the game. And I'm not thinking about cars. I'm thinking about getting the basketball. In addition to the fact that I paid $25 for it, and I don't have time for it to get smushed because that's $25 that I just spent on something that's supposed to give me at least a 2-year guarantee. And I don't have the receipt, so I won't be able to take it back. So whoever hit the basketball, we gonna have to square up in these streets. Right now, I'm jumping on the hood of the car. You deflated my basketball. I need $25 before you pass this property. Do I have a basketball emoji? BASKETBALL. I can spell basketball. Bam! Basketball is not 2 words, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Pop your collar. Basketball is 1 word. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you so much. So, as I continue to get lost in the sauce of how to safely jump out of a helicopter in a full-on costume, AI Overview is doing this big one, but not assuring me that there is a safe way to do this. And the only safe way to do this is if you are a somebody meaning a stunt devil. What was the other fancy schmancy word they use? Let's just say you got to be a stunt devil or someone of importance to receive the full-on package for your helicopter care. But for the rest of us, you barely get a prayer. You just get an ambulance down there on the ground waiting for you. And just my luck, the ambulance be like, we got to stop right here because your insurance don't cover us driving you this far. So you gonna have to either walk the rest of the way to the hospital or call an Uber to take you there. I'll take you there. Help me. I'll take you there. Help me. I'll take you there. Story of my life. Insurance ran out in the middle of me getting shuttled to the hospital. They had to stop the ambulance. Take me out of the ambulance. Left me there. Told me to call an Uber to carry me the rest of the way. They left me in the woods, and it's about to get dark. I jumped out of a helicopter, broke my leg, laying out in the woods. Oh, I'm like, come on, Lord. I know they say that you don't give me more than I can bear. But how much can a bear bear? How much can a bear bear, Lord? I'm laying out here in the woods, stretched out in the costume, with a broken leg, in the woods, and it's dark, and I hear wolves, and I'm black, and wolves like to eat on dark meat. I'm gonna, guess I'm about to get ready to go to the sweet by and by. I can hear, as I get ready to get eaten by wolves, I begin to look back over my life and think things over. As Phil Collins' Take Me Home starts to sing. Take me home, but I don't remember her. Take me home. Here come the wolves, y'all. I'm like, well, it's been a H of a ride, Lord. Just my luck, I might accidentally miss heaven. So, I'm floating up. I see the pearly gates. I'm like, I think I might make it. Then I hear a bumper. I'm like, oh, no. Bumper. I'm sorry, your insurance plan doesn't cover one-way entry into heaven. Into the flames I go. It's a nightmare, y'all. You mean I went to hell because my insurance don't cover access to heaven? No wonder these rich people siphoning money. They trying to buy their way into heaven. No wonder everybody pockets looking a little thin. I done figured it out. I told you, if you stick with me, LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I will guarantee you the truth. It's the sad truth. Not only did I jump out of a helicopter, fell out, broke my leg, hospital had to stop transporting me to the hospital because my insurance ran out. They dropped me in the woods, went almost to heaven, got turned away, locked out of heaven like Bruno Mars because my insurance didn't cover one-way access. So just like, what's his name? Just like the singer who sang Coffee in the, just like Miguel, guess I'm going to hell. Dun, dun, I know. Dun, 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 dun. That's a sad shame. All this came from me wanting to know one honest question. What if I wanted to put this on? Well, what if I wanted to add this to my list of things I want to do on my life? Well, jumping out of a helicopter in a costume is not going to be one, because I done talked myself right out of that. Just talking about me breaking my leg and getting left out in the woods for wolves. It's not worth the risk. This is how you logically think things through before you make a life-changing decision. Play it out through your mind before you say yes or no. But the trick in that is sometimes you don't have time. So what you gonna do then? Oh, what you gonna do? Dun, 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 when the well runs dry. Dun, dun, dun. Something, dun, dun, dun. You're gonna wonder why. There was a comedian, I think it was Bruce, when he came on Comic View on BET, he had this song that played when he walked out on the stage, and that was some of the words. It was really cool, and he would dance and stuff. But guys, I haven't even made it through this article I haven't even touched on celebrities, nothing. Although it's in the title, I'm still hovering on the fact of how to safely jump out of a helicopter in a costume. All roads lead home. In this regard, all roads lead to no, I'm not jumping out of a helicopter. I liked Comic View. I had to sneak and watch it, of course, but when I did, Comic View on BET was very inspiring to me because I am silly. So watching that also showed me other ways to deliver my delivery when I'm talking, when I'm trying to get a point across. Now, I may not know big words like the rich people, but I know how to express myself when I'm trying to get a point across. For example, if I'm at the mall and the woman keep asking me, do you need anything? How can I do this in a professional way? I don't need anything. You don't have to ask anymore. But thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, she never gonna come back. I had to learn stuff like that on TV without being too cross before she wanna call security and be like, she's being aggressive. She'd probably still say I'm aggressive, but not aggressive enough to call security. Good mercy, y'all. This is a sad shame. I only being on. Oh, y'all, I just sound like Porky Pig. I believe. Only being on here for a couple minutes. I have to go to the ladies' room really quickly. I am so sorry. Apologizing for going to the bathroom. Hold on. That's not an I. That's an exclamation point. I have to run to the potty. BRB. Sorry. Hang on, y'all. Y'all, and my legs falling asleep. I be sitting down here on the floor. Oh. Now, how in the world did that get right there? Y'all, I think those... How did that get right there? I don't even remember putting that... Oh, I'm back. I'm missing something. Where's my snacks? Got it. Bye, Tarsus. See you later. He probably already gone, but I'm still gonna put bye-bye and thank you for coming in. Y'all, it's tomorrow where Tarsus is at. It's like tomorrow. So today is Thursday for us. It's Friday for them already. So it'd be nice that, he be coming in at their time because it's really late where he is. Thank you so much for coming in, for stopping in, and good to see you. And put a trophy. air. Regardless of the fact, I still responded to Tarsus's message. I am back from the potty, and I have some. Where is it? I have some leftover popcorn too, y'all. I had no idea this topic was gonna get out of hand and take so long. It's fine by me because I'm not rushing or anything, but help us all. I am still stuck on the helicopter of it all. I have my tab open for the celebrity stuff, so I definitely had to remind myself to touch on that at the end. At the end of me figuring out how to at the end of me figuring out how to safely jump out of a helicopter in a full-on costume. Cosplay handlers. For elaborate costume handlers or wranglers are often used on the ground to assist the person immediately upon exiting, ensuring they do not trip or get hit by the rotor wash while their vision is obstructed. Like I said, they don't help the regular people, but they sure help the stunt devils and the rich people. Avoid the rear, maintain line of sight. This is where I went off in the tangent. I wasn't even able to finish the last bullet point because I started talking about jumping out of the helicopter, breaking my leg, and the insurance running out. All because of this line right here. Don't chase items. If a piece of the costume, like a hat or a prop, blows away, never run after it. I'm falling out of a helicopter. How do you run in the air? Who's ever setting up these instructions need to be let go. Because if a piece of the costume, like a hat or a prop, blows away, never run after it. I cannot run after it. I'm falling out of the helicopter. I'm in the sky. You don't run in the air. So there's no way I can run after it as I fall out of the sky. What the H, people? Race for your life, Charlie Brown. Oh, goodness. I tell you, people, just help me make this make sense. Help me make this make sense. I don't want to spill my cereal. I have 2 snacks open here. Never run after it. Chasing items can lead to accidental contact with the rotor blades. These safety guides offer detailed procedures for approaching and departing helicopters. Departing. Now I got to worry about the airplane taking off while I'm on the ground. You mean to tell me the pilot don't have the senses enough to look out for me? I'm still having to look out for the pilot? Then you're not looking out for me? Not only am I landed on the helicopter disoriented, now I have to keep in mind to watch out for the helicopter. They supposed to be watching out for me. The helicopter is bigger than me. I'm smaller than the helicopter. Gonna have the guard say, watch out for the helicopter. Boy, good morning to you. High five. Bam. Y'all, these instructions are sad. I think we all need to come together and rewrite the safety pamphlet for how to safely jump out of a helicopter while wearing a costume. Because this isn't it. Not at all. The only thing I like out of this so far that I read that made the most sense was the military tactics of saying the 3 taps on the shoulder means jump out. Everything else is unacceptable. Capital unacceptable. These safety guides offer detailed procedures for approaching and departing helicopters, including precautions for costume wearers. At least they call us costume wearers and not costume people. It's still a sad shame. Hey y'all, how you doing today? You know, I'm already approaching the 2nd hour. And I've come to my conclusion regarding this whole jumping out of a helicopter in a full costume thing. Don't do it. not while you're in the air. However, if I still want to kind of have my cake and eat it too in the safe way, I could be in a full costume, helicopter turned off, so, and nobody near it, but just keep the door open, and I can pretend I've jumped out. That's as good as it's going to get. That's as good as it's going to get, y'all. I don't want the pilot hovering nowhere near around it because he might accidentally turn it on, and then I'm like, don't you know that we're not doing this? Don't nobody have time for that. Good morning to all y'all. Thank you so much. So my conclusion is that I'm going to set the cereal to the side really quickly because I might spill it. I'm munching on popcorn right now anyway. So, y'all, I have 2 snacks today. I thought about potato chips, but I'm going to have the potato chips for after the live. And I'll have my popcorn and my dry cereal on now while I chat with you guys. Is there any more information? AI Overview really did a good job finding information for me. I had so much to go off of. I'm not leaving, y'all. I'm just wrapping up this particular topic. I had so much to go off of, so much to go by. And it just really took me aback because I'm like, dude, I wasn't expecting all this. Y'all, this was supposed to be a 5-minute question. Well, a 5-minute segment that turned into almost 2 hours. I'm rolling back to the top of here. I'm going to minimize this page and get ready to, I'm not leaving, and get ready to roll into the next topic. But before I do that, I want to check some things behind the scenes and give myself a little breather before I just roll into the next topic. You know, I got to breathe like a teacher, and I need to adjust how I'm sitting. I got to find me another pillow. That's what I need. I need a more comfortable pillow when I sit here. So I'll have to go to Dollar General. I want a cute pillow. Dollar General be having cute throw pillows, so something cute and tiny. I'm thinking purple and pink, and that'd be perfect for me, so I could be even more comfortable when I sit back here. It's a tiny area, but it's really comfortable, so I like it. There we go. You guys, thank you so much for coming in and subscribing. Once again, I'm not leaving, but while you're here, I do want to say thank you. And I'm getting back on track, meaning I'm using this small amount of time to switch gears into the next topic, which is the female celebrity news anyways, because I'm a girl and I want to see what's going on ever so slightly. Not too much with the juicy gossip stuff, but like, what are they doing? What are you doing? On the positive note, you guys, this popcorn is so good. I don't think I've had, if I did, it's been so long. It's movie theater butter popcorn from Walgreens. My husband bought me some popcorn before the storm hit. He asked us all if there was anything we wanted. And of course, as usual, you can never have enough microwave popcorn in general. So I asked for some more popcorn just in case. I don't want to run out of popcorn, y'all. It's a sad day for LA when she runs out of popcorn in the pantry. So yeah, I got some popcorn from Walgreens in this movie butter theater or movie theater. How do you say it? Movie theater butter, and it is good. Kettle corn is fun to eat. I call kettle corn popcorn circus food because they serve that kind of popcorn at the circus. You know, well, when I was going to the circus, that's the only popcorn they serve. Yeah, the sweet popcorn. Circus popcorn. And I also like making my own. That's fun too. You get you a nice skillet, get you a nice cast iron skillet or a real nice pot, sturdy pot. You put the oil in there. You get you a nice chunk of butter. Let the butter melt and brew in there. And then you pour in a cup, or was it a half a cup of popcorn? and the popcorn will pop and fly. It is so good. It's so fun, and it's very inexpensive. So yes, another reason, guys, that's why I like popcorn is because it's inexpensive. Like oatmeal, it's still relatively expensive, and you can eat a lot of it. And don't feel guilty because like you broke the bank. It's oatmeal. You can get it from Dollar Tree. So who's here for it? Your girl. I'm getting ready to put some popcorn in the chat right now. And I miss the circus, honestly. I haven't been to the circus in years. But every time I went, I've enjoyed it. Even though it's predictable, it's still something fun to do, to just sit out in the audience, and you really don't have to worry about anything because you know the programming is going to be family oriented. There's no stress, there's no pressure, there's no worries. You can actually kick back with the fam and just be having side conversations, just getting out of the house. And it's relatively inexpensive. At least I'm basing the circuses on when I grew up. And when I got older into my early adulthood, I still went to the circus sometimes when I could afford it, or if I had time because I was working all the time. So it's a great way to just kick back and laze. I don't like oatmeal. Ooh, he don't like oatmeal, y'all. I'm telling. Hey, y'all. Y'all get up here and read this comment. He said he don't like oatmeal.
Who said that?
Come look. Here they come.
Not Jay Brown. You don't like oatmeal? What's wrong with you?
Leave him alone.
He doesn't like oatmeal, but he likes oatmeal cream pies. That's close enough. I'm out of here. Bella, stop making things so difficult. Whatever. What's wrong with him? Why do you not like oatmeal?
To each his own. Go sit down. But I told. They read your comment. They're probably getting ready to go figure out why you don't like oatmeal. Pancakes are awesome. Yes, I'm friends with Hercules the shark. In fact, we talked on the phone yesterday. He's got some plans coming up, so be ready for them. He's keeping his word. Last week he was in the live stream, and he said that he was going to make a Hercules the Shark karaoke video part 2, and he already picked out his song, so he's serious. So he's committed to his word. So after the Hercules the Shark comes on tomorrow, it's gonna be you guys are going to be redirected automatically into his karaoke video that he did.
It's okay, whatever. I just never heard that. It's like, how do you not like oatmeal? That's just like saying I don't like to eat rice.
Girl, please sit down. I don't even know why I told y'all that. Hercules can be the new Rockadoodle.
Rockadoodle.
No, he was saying Chanticleer. He took me out. He's like,
Chanticleer. Chanticleer. Chanticleer.
Okay, sit down. Yeah, so thank you guys for asking about Hercules the Shark. He's doing great. I spoke with him over the phone, and he is locked and loaded to release his karaoke video tomorrow. Fish Fry Fridays with Hercules the Shark. Hercules the Shark, your boy, back by popular demand. Got to talk with him on the phone. Everybody's doing fine. So, we are practically 2 hours into the live stream. And I titled this originally. This title was called Female Celebrity News, Freestyle Fridays. But you know me, one idea leads to the other. And the one thought that I just could not let go of was, how do you jump out of a helicopter safely while in costume? Had no idea it was going to turn into a whole thing, a whole 2-hour video. So I had to go and update the title so it wouldn't appear misleading. Exactly, I'm getting ready to do it now. So I had to go into the title so it wouldn't appear misleading. So I had to type in jumping out of a helicopter in a costume Freestyle Thursdays. I had to add that on there. So now I'm actually doing it backwards, and I'm unwinding on live stream before I just dive into the next topic, which is celebrity news. I have to pace myself instead of just breaking the video up. So I'm chatting about other things really quickly, decompressing a little bit from the highlight of the helicopter situation into celebrity news. I have my tab ready for the celebrity news. No, it's not. Which is why I changed it. About 30 minutes into the live stream or something, I'm like, I'm still talking about this helicopter stuff. So while I was chatting with you guys, I went in YouTube Studio and added to the title. Yup. Because I didn't want to get in trouble to make it clickbait. It's not clickbait. I just ended up talking about a random topic for way longer than planned, so I added it in the title. So I'm looking at the tab that I brought up before the live stream started. I have some digital notes of the celebrity female news that I was going to read and talk about. But I'm giving myself a couple more minutes to eat my snacks and then talk about them. Thank you for asking. You sure do. Oh, y'all, those real good too. You know, snacking is fun. I like how there was a lady, Kelly Ripa. Before Kelly Ripa became really who she was, Kelly Ripa, she said she likes to graze throughout the day. And ever since she said that, I'm like, I like that, because you know how a cow eats throughout the day, they graze throughout the entire day, constantly munching on food and grass and stuff. That's what I like to do too. Just graze throughout the day, lightly snacking. So when it's time for the big meals, I don't really necessarily have to eat too much during the big meals because I've been lightly snacking on popcorn, dry cereal, cheese and crackers, stuff like that throughout the day. Especially if I have a busy day, gotta have snacks in between. Yeah, like a cow. Exactly. Grazing throughout the day. Exactly. Grazing like a cow. Just graze. Whatever he said, then I'm that. Okay, the moment you've been waiting for. Here is the latest celebrity news as of late January 2026. Yeah, it sure is. And then if you're not picky about where you get your snacks from, you can still get a lot of good snacks from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and heck, Walmart. If you get their brands, the Great Value chips and all that stuff, you still can snack. I am finally, if I can type it right, I am finally gonna start talking about the latest female FEMALE celebrity CELEBRIT news. Finally, so AI overview in the summary. I am finally getting ready to talk about the latest female celebrity news. Dang near at the 2-hour mark. Here is the latest celebrity news as of late January 2026. Where's my other tab? Oh, I don't want to lead with the Paul Dano reacts to this because that's gossip. I want the girl one. Instead of going backwards, I'll go forwards. I just saw it. Here it is. Music and mogul milestones. We've got Rihanna's major comeback. Rihanna's major comeback. To me, Rihanna is Rihanna. And there's no coming back from anything because to me, she never left. So Rihanna girl, keep doing your thing. Before I get into the what AI overview has to say about your comeback, That's how I feel too. Rihanna is awesome. She never left. Coming back from what? So yeah, Rihanna's major comeback. Insiders have confirmed Rihanna is preparing for a 2026 world tour. And just in that moment, my mind thought of how she could do it. It's possible. Number one, she's wealthy. Number two, my first thought went on the children. How old are her children? They're relatively young still. But watching like biographies and behind the scenes on women, who are in music, my first thought went to Whitney Houston and how she really loved her daughter and how they showed snippets of how she, still did concerts and had time for her child. So, based on the blueprint of how I saw Whitney Houston have her daughter and sometimes even brought her on stage to sing with her, it can be done. It's just a matter of taking out a little time to schedule it in. So, by Rihanna preparing for a 2026 world tour, you best believe that she's already filtered in family structure so she don't miss a beat with her children, just like how I saw Whitney do. And there was another woman who was family oriented. I might have to look that up, y'all. That's another good topic. That might be another good topic for another day. But right now, I'll just stick with Rihanna. Rihanna's major comeback. Insiders have confirmed Rihanna is preparing for a 2026 world tour to mark the 10th anniversary of her album Anti. She also recently addressed rumors about a fourth pregnancy, clarifying she is simply embracing her postpartum body after welcoming daughter Rocky in late 2025. Yay! No, I haven't. Unless that thing was with Tyra Banks. Have you seen Tyra Banks and her new hot ice cream thing? Unless it's regarding the conundrum about how she presented the marketing package with the ice cream, how they said it was kind of off-putting because she was acting more or less Malteser-ish, out of character. If that's what you're referring to, then yes, unfortunately, I heard about it. And if that was her rollout, I didn't know much about her ice cream. What stood out about that campaign was unfortunately how it was marketed. So if that's the one, yes, I did, but it didn't roll out in a good way. I'm gonna write here in my notes, guys. I've been writing notes all day. Today is that's the wrong number. 01/29/26, Thursday. And I put topic and then put moms. How can I say this? Famous moms who travel with their kids, or should I say music ladies. How can I say this? Music celebrity, CELEBRIT, singers who take their family and children on tour. Got it. So that'll definitely be another topic for another day, but I had to write it down so I wouldn't lose it. Peace and blessings to you. Yeah, it was related. She was having, a Britney moment. Yeah, so after all that, I didn't hear anything. So that would be something to follow up on too. So we're talking about Rihanna right now. So she says, she's going on her world tour sometime this year. So I can only assume that she'll be taking her children with her. Thank you guys for your warm greetings. I'm going to open up a new tab. What is going on with... I'm going to ask something like, what is going on with Tyra Banks after her uncomfortable public display? I'll wait for it to provide me with an answer. Are we still talking about this? Let me look further and see. I might have to be more specific. You guys, did you know about this information? I'm going to read it. Let me know if you've heard about this, because what I asked was to kind of go more to your comment space Bondy. What is going on with Tyra Banks after her comfortable public display? Here's something different that may not relate to what you're saying, but it should be brought up. It says here, address the backlash in the new documentary. Banks is starring in and addressing the controversies in a new Netflix 3-part docuseries, Reality Check, Inside America's Next Top Model, premiering February 16, 2026. In the trailer, she admits, "I knew I went too far," end quote, while also noting that the audience, quote, demanded, end quote, that intensity at that time. Yes, it did happen overseas, that's for sure. So while I was looking for an answer to what you were talking about regarding Tyra Banks, it seems to me she's got a docuseries coming out next month, 3-part docuseries. So I want to see that. I wouldn't even known that had you came in here and chatted it up with us. So I'm going to be a little more specific and type in here something closer to that. What happened to with this is fun. We're finally talking about the female celebrity stuff. A Tyra Banks rabbit hole. Boy, I tell you. Because, all of you guys are new. Today, last year, it was January 29th, 2025, I did a girl talk. And I talked about Wendy Williams for 3 hours. I dressed up live and I was streaming on Instagram and YouTube at the same time. And I had my princess gown on and my tiara. I did my hair and my makeup because it was like a letter, an open letter from me to Wendy Williams, because I really like Wendy Williams. So I pretended that Wendy Williams was listening to me chat. So I talked about how much I liked her, and I pretended how life would be like if she and I went shopping for makeup and stuff. So I did that last year, and I want to do it again. But I had to go get my dress because it's a big puffy princess dress, and the tiara and stuff, it's a heavy tiara. That's all in storage, and I want everything to be right. But I would love to have a girl talk again with Wendy and do this whole rabbit hole thing with Tyra Banks. I would have to put on a whole different look, though. I would have to really go through some magazines and figure out what outfit and look I would want to present when I do spend hours just talking about Tyra Banks like I did Wendy Williams. So, yeah, I look forward to that. Here it is. What happened to Tyra Banks with ice cream in Australia is what I asked. And according to AI Overview, my cool peeps, it says Tyra Banks has fully relocated to Sydney, Australia as of 2025 to focus on her ice cream brand, Smiles and Dreams. You guys, I didn't know she fully relocated over there. Can you... This is a fun fact. Australia seems really cool. Based on the YouTubers that I follow who actually live there and the sites that they take us all on when they're doing their daily uploads, it seems like a pretty place. So Tyra Banks has fully relocated to Sydney, Australia as of 2025 to focus on her ice cream brand, Smize and Dream. While her move was partially motivated by a desire for a fresh start after her home was destroyed in the 2025 California wildfires. Oh no, I didn't know that. I know a lot of celebrities lost their homes, but oh my goodness. I live in Australia. I live 3 hours from Sydney. I'll go and try. Thank you. Her home was destroyed in the 2025 California wildfires. Her business activities there have sparked significant online confusion and legal trouble. What? Now you see, I led this charge by talking about Rihanna. And the paragraph provided was a beautiful, cut in the bow celebration that she's going on her world tour. Cut and dry. Pretty simple. She's a mom now. And I figured it's safe to assume that she's got all the mechanics worked out so she won't leave her children behind. Bam. Now we are talking about female celebrity Tyra Banks for just a small second. Recent development in Australia. Hot ice cream controversy. In late 2025, Banks went viral for introducing a confusing product called hot ice cream, specifically the Hot Mama flavor. Fans were baffled by the concept, with many describing it as simply lukewarm melted ice cream. Oh no, or warm milkshake. Local expansion. She has established a flagship shop in Sydney and partnered with Uber Eats to deliver flavors inspired by Australian culture, such as honey and salt. Vigmet flavored called Good Day, Good Night. That one sounds fun. I want to try both of them. Immersive experience. Banks has shared plans to turn her Australian shops into immersive theater experiences, featuring Smize theatrics and camera-friendly staffing. Aiming to bring the concept back to the US this year. Okay. So it didn't get into her presentation so much so that caused the alleged confrontation. But that's enough to know regarding Tyra Banks. I didn't know she actually lives in Australia now. And number two, guys, I didn't know she too lost her home in California. That's messed up. We've got next on the list, Beyonce's hits. Beyonce's hits billionaire status. Where, you guys, I thought, to me, Beyonce was already a billionaire. So to wait for Forbes to announce the obvious, it's like, in my mind, she's a billionaire, Rihanna's a billionaire, Whitney Houston's a billionaire, Tiana Taylor's a billionaire. What are we talking about? Where's Bella Swan? Because I know she's listening. She's like, oh my gosh, Forbes, get with it. You're so late. Everyone knows that she's a billionaire. Heck, if I work hard too, I'm a billionaire. Forbes, I don't need you to tell me. Girl, tell me all about it. So according to AI Overview, Beyonce hits billionaire status. Forbes officially declared Beyonce a billionaire this month, citing her massive success with the Cowboy Carter Tour and strategic businesses, ventures like Cered, spelled C-E-C-R-E-D. Fans are also buzzing over a new, Bay Mine Valentine's Day collection. What? Bay Mine. That is cute. Bay Mine Valentine's Day collection that hits at a rock-inspired Act 3 album. All right, so we talked about Tyra Banks. I'm getting ready to see what's going on with this Be Mine Valentine's thing. Also, the restaurant is crazy. It sounds crazy. If you're talking about the new Tyra Banks restaurant, it's going to be filled with theatrics. You know, if I want theatrics and food and ice cream, I'll just go to Chuck E. Cheese, because at least I know I won't be surprised or alarmed or have to worry about people in character coming out scaring me because they're doing their jobs, rightfully so, and are in character. What if this is a restaurant where they have a different theme each month? And it's like, I don't want to deal with all that. So if I want theatrics and some ice cream, I'll go to Chuck E. Cheese, because at least I know the stage stays there in the corner and I'm right here. So I'm getting ready to open up this thing about Beyonce's new Valentine stuff coming out. Y'all, I'm learning so much already, and I only started talking about the ladies for 15 minutes or so. Can you please tell me about the new Beyonce Valentine stuff? I want to know. Excuse me. According to AI Overview, thank you, AI Overview. Here it is. Beyonce's dropped her Bay Mine, spelled Beymine, Valentine's Day collection on January 24th, 2026, featuring racy rock-inspired apparel and accessories. For some reason, I thought it was going to be perfume or a box of chocolates, but it seems like a clothing line. Racy rock-inspired apparel and accessories on her official site. The collection includes a $95 Naughty Girl rhinestone set and $125 Renaissance satin robes. And $125 Renaissance satin robes and a bodyguard choker, sparking fan speculation regarding a potential upcoming rock-themed album as the next act in her trilogy. Well, the closest thing in my mind that came to Beyonce singing rock was when she sang that song, I Care. I know you don't care too much, but I still care. She might be able to pull it off. I kind of wish she stuck with that during the time it came out, because I thought it was rocking when she did it. But now it just seems a little too gimmicky. But it's so sad because, with these music artists from the outside looking in and the stories that I hear, a lot of the artists, they get slotted in for singing the music style that they didn't even want to in the first place. But if they wanted to make it, they had to switch gears. So who's to know if Beyonce is just getting back to what she really wanted to do in the first place, but couldn't because it wouldn't sell. But now that she's getting back to it, it's giving inauthentic because she did R&B so well. So that comes with the territory. It's no different from YouTubers starting out being a YouTuber and sticking to one category or cachet. And then they want to, open their wings and feathers and do other stuff. It's going to take a minute for people to get used to it because they've been so used to you being one way, unfortunately. So key details about the collection, standout items. The lineup includes a $199 Freakum bundle with perfume. So there's perfume with this one. With perfume and a door tag, a Cater to You mask, Bay Mine glasses, and a bodyguard choker described as having a little rock and roll thematic style. The collection leads into a fiery and sultry aesthetic with many items incorporating red and black colors. Okay, so we've got a color theme. I can go with the red and black. Of course, I would have to have a pop of white to break it up and then rock some Chuck Taylors with it. Without having seen it, it can be done. Rock album speculation. Next time on Rock Album Speculation. You know how they have Priceline Negotiator? Well, it's that. Rock album speculation, the bodyguard, choker, and overall edgy design have fueled rumors that Act 3 of her music trilogy following Renaissance and Cowboy Carter will be a rock album. I've heard that about that last summer. Availability, the items are available on Beyonce.com. So guys, there's some information that I didn't know about Beyonce having a line of clothing and merch out. Y'all, it happened January 24th. And some of the things in my timeline covers music and stuff, so I'm surprised that didn't pop up in my YouTube timeline. Nowhere in the slightest have I seen the mentioning of Beyonce anything this year except for today. Wow. There's so much stuff going on in the world. I wonder if that's going to hurt her sales, because I didn't see her name mentioned once this year except for right now. And that's because I wanted to talk about the female celebrity news. And there was Rihanna first, followed by Beyonce being on this list that I'm reading for. I'm going to piggyback to Rihanna really quickly. I want to know a little bit more about her tour. ABOUT, the World Tour. I'm looking it up now. I want to know more about the Rihanna World Tour. Reports confirm Rihanna is planning a massive live comeback with a string of UK stadium shows scheduled for August 26th. Okay, the fall time, harvest season. This marks her first major tour in a decade. R9 updates. Yesterday, January 27th, A$AP Rocky revealed that Riri is collaborating with heavy-hitting producers Alchemist and Knowledge. I'm going to go into an AI overview mode to see what else is going on in here. I'm going to put a little bit more ice cream in the chat because number one is cute, and then move forward. As the AI overview thingy loads up, you guys, I almost spilled my tea. And it was open. It would have got over my papers. Let me move this stuff around really quickly so that won't happen again. Normally, there's a little corner I have down on the floor where I keep my tea to prevent it from getting knocked over. But I didn't do that this time. And sure enough, my shoe hit the can, hit the thermos, and it knocked it over. But thankfully, it didn't get on my notes. I have a lot of notes back here. We've got, here is what is currently being reported by various insiders and entertainment outlets. 10th anniversary, potential locations, new music, previous delay, collaborations. I'm ready to read what it has to say after I fix my royal camera. And since we're 2 hours in, I need to adjust so my leg don't fall asleep. I caught it before it was too late. Okay, now I'm back comfortable. Where's my popcorn? Because this is entertaining for me too. This is stuff I don't know about. And I'm getting ready to find out with all of y'all together. We got... Here is what is currently being reported by various insiders and entertainment and outlets. 10th anniversary theme. The tour is expected to celebrate the 10th anniversary of her landmark album, Anti, which was released in 2026. Potential locations. Reports suggest the tour could include a massive residency. Oh, that's smart. She'll definitely be able to spend time with the kids if it's a residency. Reports suggest the tour could include a massive residency at London Stadium, along with stops in over 30 cities across Europe, North America, and Asia. New music, R9. Insider hint that the tour will coincide with the long-awaited release of her 9th studio album. Rihanna recently mentioned she has, quote, cracked the code on a new commercial sound. Oh, that she believes is worth the wait. Wow. A new sound? What could be more new? Rihanna always had a new sound in everything she did. So she will have to go back into all of her albums and compose something out of that. It can be done. The thing is, which sound is she going to lead with? That is strong, that won't be repetitive in a boring way, and that can hold us through pretty much the rest of our lifetime. It can be done. So I'm here for it, and I believe her when she say that. A new sound comprised with walking a new chapter of motherhood, picking up on new tendencies and notions that she may not have known about herself until after she became a mom, new discoveries on how she framed how life looks in the ever-changing world. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice vibe. Rihanna's gonna have a good album. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Vote for Hercules to karaoke the new album. You know how awesome that would be? I'm gonna pass that through to him. And thank you so much for that. He's got a song already ready for karaoke. He told me what it is, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. That is a good idea. Hercules the shark has a really raspy voice, but it's funny hearing him get through the words. The first and only song that he karaoke, guys, was NSYNC Tearing Up My Heart. And he was talking to me behind the scenes, Hercules the shark was, and he was like, should I change the words from tearing up my heart to tearing up my shark? And I said, just go with how you feel. I said, for the first line, play around with it and say, tearing up my shark. And then if you don't like it, go back to the words, tearing up my heart. So that's how that happened. I'm talking and typing with you right now. Also thanking you, Space Bondy. Not only did I say thank you, I'm typing thank you as well. Thank you so much for your... I will definitely pass this information along to Hercules. He might be listening to me incognito as well. You know how Hercules do. He only shows up on Fridays. So vain. I will definitely let Hercules know about this. There. So once again, vote for Hercules to karaoke the new album. Brianna will probably, if she saw that, she'll be laughing so hard. Like, why is a shark singing my album? There is a shark singing my album. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I've never seen this done before. Yeah. If I'm laughing at the thought, I know she'd be falling out at the thought. So that's a good idea. And for myself, if you see me hovering around, I keep misplacing my ink pen. That's a good idea as well. Wow, I ran out of room. I need another sheet of paper. So, I'm actually gonna write that down on my memo so we can kick off some ideas around the coffee table and figure out how we want to take this. Because on Fridays it's Fusion Fridays music, celebrate music on Fridays as well, and then Hercules the Shark. So yeah, Hercules the Shark. Thank you for that idea. That would be a wild shout out. It would be. She'll be like, oh my gosh. To the person who's dressed up as the shark. Right on. I'm like, yeah, Hercules did that. If that were to happen, Hercules, I will pray that Hercules' hell wouldn't get bigger than it already is. He'll probably be telling his grandma, Rihanna told me hello. In reference to what's going on with Rihanna's news and her cool world tour that's happening, I'm really here for the idea and the prospect of her having a residency that will be safe, especially for her and the kiddos. If she's going to do a residency, will that just only be in Europe, or when she goes around the world to each country, will she just have a stationed area where she performs out of there for a set amount of time instead of packing up and touring day after day in different places? Because just thinking about that out loud, guys, it sounds exhausting. And I'm a regular person. So we've got previous delays. Did y'all know she was supposed to have come out with something last year? I didn't know that. But regardless of the fact, it's worth the wait. A planned 2025 tour. Oh, a tour. A planned 2025 tour was reportedly shelved due to production issues, scheduling conflicts, and Rihanna's pregnancy with her third child. Daughter Rocky, born in September 2025. Oh man, that's so cool. Another baby. Collaborations. Viral rumors on social media have suggested possible joint tours. Ooh, oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. Viral rumors on social media have suggested possible joint tours with A$AP Rocky titled Love on Earth or Drake, but these remain unverified hoaxes. Whether or not it is or not, it's definitely worth me copying and pasting it in here so y'all can see the possibilities. Why not go on tour together? That would be so cute. It can be like a Valentine's tour. The Riri and Rocky or Rocky and Riri show. Hand in hand performing for an hour set. Oh, that is adorable. Y'all, I'm so happy I decided to talk about some female celebrity news today because I'm learning so much from all of you. And then just reading like the news about Rihanna and keeping up with what in the world is going on with Tyra Banks. Y'all, I had no idea that she moved to Australia and that unfortunately she lost her home. You know, rich or not, who cares if they have the money to rebuild? The fact of the matter is they shouldn't have to be put in the predicament to be losing their home in the first place. No one wants to rebuild that. That's trash. I'm unable to stop smiling. I'm really happy about all the news I just read today. Oh yes, so we talked about me finding out about Beyonce having her clothing line and like trinkets out and some perfume sets or whatever. So I wouldn't say perfume sets. She's got sets of things that seem to be coming out in like boxes or whatever. And in each box is comprised of different things under the name of Bay Mine. Now I want to know why I didn't hear more about this whole Beyonce Bay Mine rollout. It's Beyonce, for crying out loud. Why didn't I hear more about the new Beyonce Mine product line? I'm getting ready to see what AI Overview has to say. I asked, why didn't I hear more about the new Beyonce Bay Mine product line? According to AI Overview, the Beyonce Bay Mine collection is a very recent limited. Oh, it's limited. The Beyonce Bay Mine collection is a very recent limited drop Valentine's Day merchandise line, which is likely why it has not received extensive mainstream year-long media coverage. As of early 2026, guys, it appears to be a niche drop, NICHE drop, designed for fans to coincide, COINCIDE, with Valentine's Day and a hint of a future music. Here is the main reason you may not have heard more about it. Y'all, it came out on the 24th, and I just heard about it today, like 20 minutes ago. And it's January 29th. January is almost over. Kinda sad I missed the Wendy Williams tea. Well, at least coming from me, I haven't done a Wendy Williams tea this year, but how can I say it? This day last year I did, and it was a little over 3 hours, and I think it was called Wendy Williams Girl Chat. And I had on my princess dress. It's all pink, and it was big and puffy. And I had on my fancy tiara, and my hair was done, and all that stuff. Because, you know, that's how Wendy Williams liked to be, all girly and pink and frilly. And at one point, I think I had my cotton candy puffy fake fur coat on, too. But it got hot. But I just pretended I was having a girl chat with Wendy Williams. And I was looking online at Sephora's, imagining, like, what I think she will pick in the makeup, and asking her questions that I would have asked her in real life if we were pretend shopping. And just giving the rundown on that point of where she stood. So I want to do that again this year, but I need to get my dress out of storage and my crown too. You know, and reset up the background. I want the background to be a little bit more comforting and have the same setup I had last year, which is why I didn't talk about her today. But I still wanted to talk about female celebrity news, you know, something still around this year. So welcome into my video, y'all. The video that turned out crazy for the first 2 hours. Y'all, I started talking about jumping out of a helicopter in a full-on costume. And then, well, it felt like 2 hours to me. For the first hour, I talked about the helicopter thing. And now I'm talking about the female celebrity stuff. You just never know what you're going to get here on Freestyle Thursdays. So yes, here are the main reasons you may not have heard about the Beyonce's rollout of her Bay Mine merch. It's very recent, January 2026. The collection was officially dropped on Beyonce.com. Beyonce.com. Around January 24, 2026, featuring items like a bodyguard choker set. I want to look at that. That's what I want to see. The choker. Bodyguard choker, satin ropes, and C. Lemure perfume bundles. There's some perfume bundles. Look, a lot of people are not a fan of Jennifer Lopez, but she comes out with some really spot on perfume. Jennifer Lopez has the fragrances. I have yet to try Beyonce's fragrances, but I'm quite sure that she will have something I will like. Sometimes, depending on the mood and if I want to redecorate, I don't necessarily go to the shop for lady perfume by smell. I like the bottles more for decorative purposes. They're oddly shaped, like Ariana Grande's Cloud. I wouldn't even care how it smelled. I just would buy it because the bottle's cute. So who's gonna buy it? This girl right here. I'm sold. And then remember a long time ago, Britney Spears, was it called Curious or Circus? That bottle was awesome. So once again, whether or not I like the fragrance, even though it smells good, I'm here for the bottle. Because the bottle is cute. Y'all, I feel so comfortable and relaxed. Targeted merch, not a major brand launch. Unlike her hair care line, Seared, which has massive sustained coverage in 2024-25, Bay Mine is a curated Valentine-themed merchandise collection rather than a new standalone custom brand. Speculative teaser. Speculative teaser. The collection is fueling speculation about Act 3 of her album trilogy, potentially rock themed, with the marketing focusing on fan engagement through clues rather than massive advertisement campaigns. Shift in focus of Seared. I don't think I'm saying that correctly. It's C-E with an apostrophe at the top of the E. Seared. C-E-C-R-E-D. Most of the major business news regarding Beyonce in 2025 focused on the rapid expansion of her hair care brand into Ulta Beauty, leaving less space in the news cycle for smaller merchandise drops. In short, according to AI Overview, my cool peeps, it says this. The Be Mine collection is an intimate, limited-time fan item, not a mainstream, high-volume product line, which accounts for its lower profile. It's Beyonce. Or whether you like her or not, that's a big name. And there's no feet too big or small where anything in the name of Beyonce should just be swept under the rug regarding her releasing things. You got to have a balance, because what if I don't want to buy her album? What if I'm growing up more and want to just focus on her fashion stuff? You cannot leave that out. I want to look at it. I want to see mainly the Beyonce choker. Let's see how that looks. Can you please show me how the Beyonce Be Mine choker looks, please? Now, before I look at it, I think it's going to be probably about this much in width, maybe a little thicker, all black, probably velvet in the front, And then the choker will probably have some hardware in the front, probably a heart in the center, because I like chokers. So it'll probably be black and have some hardware in there with a heart that simply says "Be Mine." That's what I'm thinking is going to look like. So before I do the big reveal on here to see, that's my guess on how it will look. Now I'm going to press enter and see if maybe I'm correct or not. Images. Wow, that's it. If that's it, I was dang close, y'all. I was dang close if that's how it looks. Bay Mine choker. Visit. I'm going to the site. Is that it? That's the bodyguard choker. There it is. So definitely the fabric part, it's black, but it looks like it could be like a leather type. It's got hardware right in the center. But I wouldn't be able to purchase it because it looks more like a showgirl spinning in the center. However creative, I wouldn't be able to wear it. I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing that particular choker. Perhaps she's got another one with that same aesthetics, but remove the showgirl silhouette and simply have the words "Bay Mine" on it. That would be more my speed. But mine is the showgirl in there. The rest of the choker is really nice, and I would pay up to $125 for it. But I would have to see it in person to make sure it's a good quality, because it's just an investment of something I will wear all the time. The new line features satin robes, eye masks, candles, and perfume, but on closer inspection, the bodyguard choker is described as being a little rock and roll with a whole lot of sexy, leading fans to speculate that a rock-inspired album is on the way. So that's that on that. I'm going to ask and see, can I order this in a different variation? And they'll probably be like, oh no. I saw the Beyonce's choker. I'm going to put I saw the Beyonce's Bay Mine. No, I should say that was the bodyguard choker. It's not called Bay Mine. That's why. The Beyonce's body BODYGUARD choker. Do she have any other variations of chokers available? Please and thank you. So I'm going to see if she has any other variations of chokers, because Beyonce's been out for a good while, so I'm quite sure that's not the only thing she's made as far as chokers. AI mode. I'm waiting. It's thinking. The computer is thinking. That is cool. It just finished thinking. Okay. This is cool. Okay, wait a second. So I saw the Beyonce bodyguard choker. Do she have any other variations of chokers available, please and thank you? According to AI Overview, yes, Beyonce's official merchandise shop offers at least one other type of neckwear, specifically Naughty Girl rhinestone set, in addition to the bodyguard's choker. The bodyguard choker itself is a specific product, not a line of variations. Naughty Girl rhinestone set. This set includes rhinestones likely in the necklace or choker style. referencing the song Naughty Girl. Style offers a different aesthetic from the leather choker, providing a more glamorous Naughty Girl themed option. So now I'm going to see how that looks. My guess is, because I mean, we don't know for sure if it's going to be a choker or a necklace. I've heard the song Naughty Girls. I heard Beyonce songs Naughty Girl. I only like the opening, but the rest of the lyrics are not for me. The beat is nice, so I'm thinking it's probably gonna have some type of pearls or rhinestone. That's my lightweight guess, but I'm going to type it in to see how it looks. Y'all, this is fun. I'm just, on the computer, being a girl, looking up girl stuff, catching up on the lightweight fashions and what the girls are doing. This is so fun. And it's like, I'm not even thumbing through a magazine. I'm thumbing through the computer. But I miss thumbing magazines, getting the latest scoops on what the females are doing. Based on 2024 Naughty Girl music video and recent official merchandise, there are two main references to this look. I want to see pictures. I'm going to go to the image tab. Oh no, is that it? That cannot be it. I need to see the Beyonce Naughty Girl necklace. That cannot be it. Okay, BEYONC. I'm looking for it now. Beyonce Naughty Girl necklace. Hurry up and load! What's taking so long? Ah! Y'all is not showing me anything. This don't make sense. I said necklace, not album. Necklace. Necklace. Okay. Just type in Beyonce jewelry line, and maybe in the Beyonce jewelry line, it'll show me that necklace. Images. I mean, I'm on the computer. It's supposed to it's just supposed to show me it. Please don't turn into a helicopter, me wearing a costume jumping out of a helicopter moment. All I want to see is that necklace. Beyonce has not launched an independent continuous jewelry line on her own. She did, however, release a limited edition capsule collection in partnership with Tiffany & Co. I'm not talking about Tiffany & Co. Even though that's cool. In 2023, and products inspired by her style and tours are available from various retailers. Y'all. It's not working out. Beyonce, I am trying to find how your Naughty Girl necklace looks like, and I'm having a tough time finding it. I'm curious to see. However, during my search, I was gently reminded that you did a lightweight partnership with Tiffany & Co. in 2023. And the pictures they're showing me, y'all, this stuff is cute. So I can't say that much. There is Cowboy Carter Beyonce necklace. That's cute, but I would need to see it in person to see if it's sturdy, because I don't want to, if it's too dainty, I won't be able to wear it all the time because I'm going to accidentally tear it up. Y'all, I cannot find the necklace. And I'm not going down the rabbit hole like I did the first hour of this live stream. So I am closing out the windows. Look at me. I had to use the force to close the tab so I don't go down the rabbit hole and be on here another 3 hours looking for a necklace. I tried a little bit. But I can say the takeaway in this Beyonce segment is the fact that a couple of things in the Tiffany line look nice. I like her choker, except for the fact of the lady that's in it. The rest of it is really cool. So if there's a way they can make it without it to give us 2 variations, I'm here for it. I haven't seen her clothes that come with this limited what's it called, Bay Mine collection, but in my mind I think I can roll with it because I can just easily put a pair of Chuck Taylors with it. So I want to see if my theory is right. Can you please show me? Now I want to see the clothes. This is cool. Be my clothing. I'm waiting. I just want to see the image. No, don't do this to me again. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? How many times have I read this and it's like, for more detail, go to Beyonce.com. I figured it out. www.beyonce.com. www. She really wants you to drive the traffic to her website. Y'all, I still didn't put it together till right now. So I'm going to Beyonce.com. Heaven, keep me safe from imagery that comes up that I don't want to see. Because I'm going to look for her products really quickly. We've got tour, shop, music, perfume. Okay, I'm in her website, y'all. I'm pushing the shop button. This is my first time ever in my entire life going on Beyonce's website. Thank you so much. I'm having a lot of fun on here right now. So for the first time in my lifetime that I can recall, I'm in the Beyonce's.com website and I'm on here. What brings you here today? Welcome, LA. What brings you here today? Well, I just heard about when I was live streaming. Oh, you live stream. Tell me more. Yes, I just learned about the Bay Mine limited time collection, and I'm curious to see not only the necklaces that she have, the Naughty Girl necklace, and I am here to see the red and white inspired clothing that she has because I want to see if it will go with my Chuck Taylors. I want to see if the vision that I have in my mind matches the vision that she has currently. That's what brought me here today. Oh, okay, go right in. Take a look around the website. If there's anything you need to know, just don't hesitate to ask. We'll be here and enjoy looking around. Thank you, girl. So I'm looking around Beyonce's website right now, and I am on the hunt to look for the black and white clothing that they have. I'm trying to understand how this website works. Y'all, it's a lot going on in here, but not a lot in the way where it's gonna make me dizzy in my head. But I need to maximize this window because on the Chromebook that I'm using, I have the screen split, one for words like that I'm reading to you and the other screen so I can see her website. But I had to open the window completely to see in full depth her thing. Shop, I'm in the shop, perfume. Okay, scroll down. That's the girl, I was about to call it a bonnet. That is the eye mask. That's the robe. It's got fur around the collar. I like the fur around the collar, but I personally I'm here for something else. So where is the where's the t-shirts? Where are the t-shirts? Where are the t-shirts, Beyonce? I need assistance, please. May I help you? Yes, one of the reasons I came over here, please, is to find the t-shirts. I read that Beyonce have t-shirts here. Even if they're sold out, I still want to look at them. All I see is the eye mask and the robes, and I want to see t-shirts. So I'm getting lost, and I don't want to be lost. I'm gonna take a look around. What I'm looking for is the merch. There's the perfume, her hair products, bag. Oh, what's that? If I hover over it, maybe it'll magnify. Perfume, eye mask. I see the candles, y'all. Oh, that's earrings. If I click on it, will it show me? Bay my collection. I think I'm getting somewhere. Hold on, I have comments coming in. I had to minimize this real quickly to see if I need to filter out anything. Okay, that doesn't need to be in there. Minimize. Here it is. Okay, so I had to understand. There's the eyeglasses. Well, you call them the sunglasses. I see the sunglasses. They're heart-shaped with that lady logo on the side. So if anything, it would defeat the purpose of buying the glasses. But if I wanted to support Beyonce, I would have to get some wire cutters and snip off the ladies on the side of the glasses and just rock with the glasses. Same thing with her bodyguard choker. I would buy the choker, get some wire cutters, and cut off the lady part at the bottom, and then we good to go. What else? I'm looking for the t-shirt now, so I'm starting to get some questions answered. There it is, y'all. Naughty Girl rhinestone set. So I was looking for a choker. It's not a choker. It's got dangling earrings, and they're heart-shaped with dangles. I like the earrings, but once again, the only altercation I would have to do was take some wire cutters and snip off the lady part on there and keep the rest. So besides that, it's cute. The necklace I'm not really here for, but that's something that's really fancy. So I would want to wear something on the day today. Now, hopefully, while I'm on her website doing some window shopping, I can find the t-shirts. So at the bottom of her website, I'm going to try one more thing after that. I'm going to leave out of the store. Oh, that's her whiskey, y'all. It's a redirect, though. You have to enter your birth date to view that because it's alcoholic beverages. Perfume, music, shop, tour. I didn't see the t-shirt. That's not fair. Well, I'm closing out of the store. Beyonce, I could not find the t-shirts. Close out those tabs. Go back to where I started. Because it says here, the collection is fueling speculation about Act 3 of her album trilogy, potentially rock theme, with a marketing focus on fan engagement through clues rather than massive advertisement. I'm going to ask in deep dive overview. Do she have any clothing like t-shirts and jeans to go along with this rollout? Excuse me. No. But where did I read about the color thing being red and white? The whole reason I went to the store is to look at the red and white themed clothing. Where did I read that information from then? Computer! Disclaimer, AI is set to make mistakes. See, look it. Oh, this is in the past. Maybe this is where I messed up at. In the past. Beyonce's Valentine's Day merchandise has included graphic tees, but the current 2026 drop is centered around more sultry, intimate items. Oh, never mind. I don't want to play with you anymore. You're broken. He drops Woody. Bye, Woody. Ah! So, to wrap this portion up for my peace of mind, can you please show me Beyonce's previous t-shirt promoting Valentine's? For my peace of mind, I'm going to close out this Beyonce section with looking for at least one shirt that came out that she promoted. Overall, according to AI Overview, Beyonce has released several Valentine's Day themed merchandise collections over the years, characterized by a mix of bae mind wordplay, romantic lyrics from her discography, and thematic colors like pink, red, and white. Key previously released Valentine's Day apparel include... I'm mainly here searching for the shirts, so I can skip over this. All Night t-shirt. Millennial Park shirt referencing the Lemonade track. Ugh. Here's one that sounds... I feel comfortable reading out loud. King of Hearts long sleeve. A long sleeve shirt with a graphic referencing to the Family Feud music video. I want to see that t-shirt. So what do I type in? Beyonce Family Feud t-shirt? You guys probably already know about all this stuff. I'm looking it up now. Well, it didn't take me directly to the particular t-shirt I was looking for regarding the Beyonce Family Feud t-shirt, but it did lead me to what is safe to assume tons of fan art Beyonce t-shirts, so that's not too bad. I'm going to close that button out and go back to the topic at hand. We talked about Rihanna, Beyonce, Tyra Banks. And now the next and third on the list is Teyana Taylor's creative surge. Teyana Taylor's creative surge. Teyana Taylor is gearing up for a massive year with the Best R&B Album, Grammy nomination, and the release of her new Netflix film, The Rip, this month. Now, I didn't know Teyana Taylor had another movie coming out. Didn't she just have a movie come out with Leonardo DiCaprio? And if so, isn't that movie in there now? Oh, thank you for coming in. High five you. Hope you're having a good time. Welcome to Elay TV Freestyle Thursdays. And I am on here for a relatively long time. Having a good time. I am currently on the sector where I'm talking about celebrity news, mainly in the female section. The last bullet point that regarding females in latest celebrity news the last on the list is Tiana Taylor. But Tyra Banks wasn't on the list, but we added her on here. So I'll be wrapping up with Tiana Taylor. So what I'll do is simply do a light search and ask, can you please tell me that happened to T-E-Y-A-N-A Taylor? So I'm asking about Tiana Taylor and what's going on for her this year. And that according to my knowledge, Tiana Taylor will be the last woman I'll talk about today in my Freestyle Thursdays. I'm going to pull up something really quickly because I want to. Positive quotes to put in here because it's always nice to be reminded. Tiana Taylor, man, and she is so pretty. I think in my mind, Tiana Taylor is related to, oh boy, sometimes I forget her name, but I see her face in my head. Hang on. I think Cicely Tyson. Was it Cicely? No, I gotta get her name. African American. Ooh. I need to get her name. So before I can get, not her. Maybe so. Cicely Tyson. In my imagination, it seems to me Tiana Taylor and Cicely Tyson are related because they're rare jewels, once in a lifetime, strong features, strong everything. You know, Cicely Tyson passed away at the wonderful age of 92 in New York City, leaving behind a massive legacy in film, music, and civil rights. Cicely Tyson also was pretty and strong, and she looked different, especially with facial features that there was no way in Hades or heaven she could be able to hide. She wouldn't have been able to blend in. She just stood out naturally, even if she didn't want to. And to me, that's Tiana Taylor. So in my mind, I think the two are related. So yeah, Tiana Taylor is pretty darn cool. And I have here, can you please tell me more about Tiana Taylor? Based on reports from early 2026, Tiana Taylor has had an incredibly successful start to the year, marked by major acting awards, high fashion appearances, and continued career expansions. Exactly. She aged so well. It's like she was beautiful in her prime and even beautiful when she aged. So I mean, it don't get any better than that. I probably would have been speechless if I got to meet her. But to me, Miss Cicely Tyson seems so down to earth, non-judgmental soul. After getting past the shock of and being silent in my shock of just being around her, I would be silent just to take in the moment of being around such an energy like that. And then I would just talk to her, just be regular. Hard-hitting questions? What hard-hitting questions? You could take anything from her she had to say and apply it to your life. You don't have to have textbook questions or hard-hitting questions. Just listen to her talk and I'm quite sure you will get all your questions answered. Based on reports from early 2026, Tiana Taylor has an incredibly successful start to the year, marked by major acting awards, high fashion appearances, and continued career expansion. What more could she do? Does she have a clothing makeup line yet? If not, she might as well because she's doing everything else. I was proud of Tiana Taylor for winning a Golden Globe Award. Yeah, I didn't watch the awards, but all in my timeline, it has, talks about Tiana Taylor and stuff. So yeah, that's awesome. It says here are the positive things that happened to Tiana Taylor in 2026. Won her first Golden Globe. So I'm going to put that in here. Copy and paste. There it is. Won her first Golden Globe January 11th. Taylor won Best Supporting Female Actor in a Motion Picture for her role as Perfetta Beverly Hills in Paul Thomas Anderson One Battle After Another. Earned an Oscar nomination following her Golden Globe win. Reports indicate she earned her debut Academy Award nomination for the same role. Now that's a lot. And I still have some more lists to read. I have some more lists to read. I got some more lists to read. Okay. Hosted Saturday Night Live. She was set to host Saturday Night Live for the first time in January 2026. Received Variety Award. She was honored with the Creative Impact and Breakthrough Performance Award from Variety at the 2026 Palm Springs Film Festival. Y'all, that seems like a fun festival. Her acts keep getting better. Yay! Has she ever directed a movie yet? Written a screenplay yet? Ooh. Fashion Week, y'all. Paris Fashion Week. Let's go. Paris Fashion Week highlight. She made a major impact at Paris Haute Couture Fashion Week, appearing at the, this is a big word, y'all, Saya Farelli Spring Summer 2026 show in a widely discussed look. Grammy nomination. Her visual album Escape Room was nominated for Best R&B Album at the 2026 Grammys. I Am Happily Married for 10 Glorious Years. Sneaker collaboration. Yo, do you know she had a sneaker collaboration? She released the highly anticipated She released the highly anticipated Air Jordan 3 Concrete Rose in collaboration with Jordan Brand. Oh, I almost knocked this dang on computer over. I'm going to copy and paste that right in here. I'm going to find a shoe first, S-H-O-E, a shoe emoji, and then put this in here. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that. That's a whole nother video. This is definitely her season. She's got so much stuff going on. It's hard to keep up with everything. We've got continued culinary pursuits. Despite her busy schedule, she continued her studies at the Auguste Escoffier, excuse me, it's on tight, School of Culinary Arts. Even receiving a supportive extension on assignment to attend the Golden Globes. And lastly, my cool peeps, award-winning film success. The film One Battle After Another also won Best Picture at the 2026 Critics' Choice Awards. I am definitely ending with my female celebrity news with Tiana Taylor. I'm done. I'm through. That was a great way to end this segment. Let's go, Tiana Taylor, bringing home the last leg for the Olympic medal gold win. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Talking about all of these women individually for at least 2 hours is a great thing to do. Oh, definitely mic drop. Congratulations, Tiana Taylor, Rihanna, Beyonce, Tyra Banks. Those are the 4 women we talked about today in this live stream, in addition to figuring out how to jump out of an airplane in a costume, which I'm not going to do while it's in the air and the propellers are going. Hello, high five, bam, welcome in. The helicopters had me spinning and I wasn't even in the air. So if I'm in my room on this live stream, spinning in circles mentally, what makes you think I'm gonna do well jumping out of a helicopter while the blades spin in real life? Mentally, I could not even get the instructions that they gave me. I couldn't even get off the ground with that mentally. So you want me to get off the ground literally and go jump out of a helicopter in a costume? Oh no. What time is it? Looks like the time of me not gonna being able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it, son. I'm not gonna be able to do it, daughter. I'm not gonna be able to do it, bruh. Sis, you gonna have to get somebody else to do it, cause it's not gonna be me. In sync, not gonna be me. Y'all, I'm looking for my remote control. I really try not to lose stuff in here. I have been on this live stream for 3 hours and 20 minutes, and not once have my streaming service asked me, are you still watching? It didn't ask me, am I still watching? Looks like the times are changing for your girl, Elay. Knuckle crack. It is rare. And in the spirit of counting my blessings, I am counting my blessings that it has not stopped to ask me, are you still watching? I guess it got tired of me having to have a conversation. If you know what I mean. You don't want to mess with LA. Computer apps. Or I'll send you into the fiery furnace to rest. Computer apps start acting right. They're like, oh no, it's LA. Programming correct. Updates complete. Welcome in, LA. Yes, welcome in. How you doing? Applications. How you doing? Google Chrome. How you doing? Amazon Prime. How you doing? Netflix. How you doing? TikTok. Apps want to act right when I show up on the scene. It's right here. Y'all, I can find this same. Then I'm going to try to get out of here. How come when I was on Amazon window shopping, I saw this same exact remote control sold in like bundles of 6 and 12 and higher, in bundles on Amazon? Bundles. Who buying bundles of remote control? I heard of buying bundles of hair. But why bundles of remote controls? Yeah, dog. I got what you need. I got that universal remote, my dog. Yeah. I'll give you a discount. I know times is tough. Why did I try to drink that up? Why did I try to attempt to drink anything while I'm up here being silly? It's a risk that I take every day on Elay TV. I am silly. So I take a risk while I'm eating and cracking jokes. I could choke. Anything can happen. And my computer done shut down on me. It's like I'm tired of her talking. What you say now, there, computer? Now I know you're about 5 years too old and you gently used from Amazon. You know you're a senior citizen computer. I'll go easy on you, but if you go start smack talking, I can take you on to Walmart and drop you off at that box where it say expired and outdated electronics accepted here. You know what I'm saying? I've been an Avon salesman. Avon is off the chain. You know, I thought they were going to discontinue Avon. I hope they didn't, because they have special things that I like that you cannot get anywhere else. So, since you're in here, I'm going to assume that you're not joking. Is Avon still going? Popping all the time. The fragrances, you know, you can never have too many fragrances. Just spray them everywhere. Everywhere. Avon did it. That should be the new slogan. So, wow. All hail Avon. Avon in the Heezy. And I hope it's not gone. I'm getting ready to look it up really quickly. Because I'm curious. I'm going to close out a couple of these tabs for my sake so I don't get lost in the sauce of talking about female entertainment again, because we left and did that mic drop on Tiana Taylor. Is AVON still, should I say, is Avon still a process, or is Avon still in business? I'm crying, y'all. Reverse crying. According to AI Overview, it said, yes, Avon is still in business, but with a major distinction between regions. In North America, the Avon company, owned by LG Household and Healthcare, is active and unaffected by the financial issues. Internationally, Avon Products Incorporated filed for bankruptcy in 2024 to restore debt. Okay, so I did hear talks about Avon leaving, but that's not for over here. North America, the Avon company continues to operate, selling products online and through independent representatives. So thank you so much, FUD, for bringing in your random comment for Avon, because I did want to know what was going on with that. So I'm going to have to make a mental note for myself to go on Avon online and get it done. Oh no. Okay, I got sidetracked with what's on TV. But yeah. Yeah, that's why I started talking about Avon. It's got right here. He said, I've been an Avon salesman for over 40 years. Most people can't cut it. It's a dangerous job that someone has to do it. And I thought of Avon and the products and the merch. So I am going to make a mental note to go on Avon. Yo, I like Avon products. I'm crying. This is tears of joy, y'all. This has been such a great, for me, it's like girl talk, okay? Ooh, calm down. Ooh, calm down. Ooh, calm down. I'm fanning out. I'm being a girl. LA, your girl is showing. I am a girl. I'm so happy. So, Avon. Check out Avon. I'm writing this down. And on that note, I will wrap this up. Hercules the Shark and I have a meeting, and I need to see the work he's done and check out the video he has for karaoke. Because before you know it, time will go by and it will be noon. I want to have a lot of this social media stuff done before 12 o'clock because, I don't want to lose too much time. He might still be in here, but he's just not saying anything. But what he said was more than enough. Hey, he is more than enough. There's a guy named, not Tyler Perry, but something Perry. My mom used to listen to this Caucasian Christian singer, and he had an urban flair. So when he sang church songs, the song was called More Than Enough. And the guy was like, he is more than enough. And then I thought the song was over. The music stopped, and then it came in, hey, he is more than enough. More than enough. More than enough. I'm like, okay. All right. Danny DeVito. Okay. All right. I get it. I'm going to close this tab out because I'm done talking about it. The time is 8:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time over here, reported from the beautiful state of Georgia. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. I want to thank all of you guys for coming in as I had a good time on this Freestyle Thursdays, not knowing that this was going to be, I had no idea. Y'all, I'm adjusting my legs so they don't fall asleep on me, and it might be too late. My leg. All this time I've been adjusting, and you mean the 10-minute time I didn't adjust my leg so it don't fall asleep? That's what it get me. So I gotta start waking my leg up so when I'm actually ready to get up off this floor, I don't get up and fall right over because my whole foot and leg is going to sleep. I lost my train of thought. What's new? Might as well eat some popcorn. Cut the loss and count my blessings. Well, I can't say thank you guys for coming in on Freestyle Thursdays. I had a good time. I had no feeling that I was going to be on here talking this long. I hate that feeling. It doesn't hurt, but it's the tingle. It's unbearable. It's like I'm getting punished. I'm like, why, Father? I haven't done anything wrong. Take this pain from me. It's like I'm getting punished. I'm just sitting down here doing my work, reporting to the Call of Duty at 5 a.m. And this is the payout I get? Thank you guys so much for coming in. I had a bigger turnout than expected. Y'all showed up and showed out on here. I have a couple of Joe Budden podcast takes where I'm currently going over Joe Budden podcast episode 895. It's titled The Spirited Conversation. And because I like listening to the platform on there, and I pick out the things that most people don't pick out. And I just talk about it. It's voiceovers with music and stuff. And I just pick out the things in the specific Joe Budden podcast that stand out to me. Like, for example, the one that was released today at midnight is probably 10 minutes or less, but it's called Tyrone the Horse versus Everybody. Goodbye Horses and Carriages. Most people, to my knowledge, most people, from what I've observed, go to Joe Budden podcast for the drama. But did you ever notice in Joe Budden podcast episode 895 when they talked about how in New York they are trying to ban the horse and carriages in New York. What sparked that movement to happen again is because apparently a horse broke free and caused all type of chaos. So because of that horse, they getting ready to phase out the romantic horse and carriage rides in New York. And I'm like, well, what about the wedding people who go there specifically for romance? They're not going to have a horse and carriage? And then in addition to that, I took it a step further to read the article for myself because they talked about it really quickly on the podcast. They're strongly thinking about replacing a beautiful horse and carriage with a robotic carriage. I'm not getting into no robotic carriage. That sounds like a death trap. So if you're interested, it is terrifying. I'm not getting into a robotic carriage. So that's what's going on. So that's the stuff I pull out of the Joe Budden podcast because I learned about wacky news from around the world. It helps me catch up on music because it's hard for me to keep up with modern day music. You guys, it was hard for me to keep up with music from my time in my time. So what makes you think I'm going to be able to keep up with music today if I'm still trying to learn stuff from music from my time? So it helps me keep up with what's going on with music and the cool things that happen in New York. And then I have another one scheduled to come out where they talk about car washes in South Carolina. Apparently the guys on the Joe Budden podcast don't like going to South Carolina car washes. And they complained about why. They said every time they go to South Carolina, for the most part, all the car washes there, you got to get out of the car and wash them yourself. With the scrub brush and the power washer hose. And they say they don't like doing that because, they could risk scratching up the paint of their car. And then they end up getting all wet up because if the wind hit, the water gonna blow back on you. And that's not the way. They just want to get the car washed and not have to do it themselves. So I thought that was fun too. So I took the liberty to go on AI overview to see if this was a thing. And sure enough, something came up about South Carolina having a lot of car washes. That's it. That's all. So throughout the rest of this week and next week, I will be sprinkling out my takes from the Joe Budden podcast, episode 895, a spirited conversation as video uploads. Just because it's fun. And once again, this is a variety platform. So there's going to be multiple topics for various people because on here all are welcome, with the emphasis on the black sheeps of the family, the odd ducks, all the people who don't fit in. You sure can find a place to fit in here on Elay TV. I'm getting ready to go. How many times have I said that? Thank you all so much for your support, your donations. Remember, donations with me is not monetary. It's also giving of your time, leaving the comment, pressing the thumbs up, because that all calculates to something positive. So never feel pressured that you don't have anything to give. You're giving up your time, and nowadays time is the new money. Literally, finally, they value our time. What took them so long to make that make sense? Surely we're not going to work for free. We're not just wasting our time for the heck of it. Because if that's the case, I'll go volunteer at SeaWorld. At least if I'm working for free, it's going to be somewhere that's fun. Hello? Let's go. So that's the things that I learned today on my live stream. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We just got a big batch of people coming in. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming in. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Shout out to my replay gang. My name is Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but breezy. I got to go. Bye-bye, y'all.